So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
accepted. I put this during Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make the buttons with space special folks. See what happens. See, it's climbing all over the place. So we're not crashing our buttons out. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just gonna look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Greetings, welcome everybody, welcome to Wednesday, welcome to the middle of the week. Yes, we're back, and we're in Montenegro, folks. We're in Montenegro, and we are going to Sicily. 2 new airports, for me anyway, for the stream. So it's going to be pretty good. Welcome early on there to G Cook Scotland. Hi, how are you? And on YouTube, we have Valstorm. So I've made a few changes, as you can see to the stream. Hopefully the chat's coming in here now as well. It doesn't seem to be the chat box there. Is it not coming into you now? I didn't see anything coming up there, but look, we'll see how we go. So welcome everybody. Welcome. Okay, so Buttons is kicking off. She's been sitting here waiting for this to happen, as you can see. So we're going to get started. We're going to get the first item off the checklist, folks, which is producer Buttons to be silenced. I hope the camera's showing up there quite nicely. Okay, so I brought a treat in my pocket, and that will save me all the grief. It's actually the treat here. So it's not a bad... okay, there you go, Butts. There you go, producer Buttons. Take it back to work. Good talk. That'll save me from getting off my seat. Now, welcome everybody. Let me get my camera back to the way it was. Iceberg for all, greetings and salutations to you. That'll do. Will that do? Greetings, Iceberg for all. He says, Annie, maybe the last item 2. And maybe the last item 2. Yes, this is first item in the checklist. Treat for the dog. For the producer, folks. Certainly. Let's just move that over here a little bit. That'll do. Good. So, it's not coming up with the chat box there. I can't see the chat box coming up. How annoying is that? It should be coming up there, and it ain't doing it. What a pain in the neck. Okay, well look, I'll have to worry about that later. It should be in the upper right hand side of your screen. Anyway, I'll read them out. No bother. Okay, so let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's first of all get our brief here sorted out first. So, that hurts. That hurts my brain when that happens. I need more windows. It'll happen. I'm on it. So we're going to kick off with the flight plan. New flight. Let us go and set our departure, folks. So Lima Yankee Tango Victor, which is from Montenegro, Tivat actually, and we're going to Punta Raisi. I can't pronounce it. Forgive me. Which is Lima, India. I gotta get this right. Charlie Juliet. Make sure you get that right, Gripper Sim. Lima, India, Charlie Juliet. Yes. Good stuff. My fingers are not typing what my brain is thinking. Says Iceberg for all. How long is this freeze? Freeze? Oh, you're cold. I think the stream froze. Airbus A320. Let's like that down there. And that's it. I'm going to put extra fuel on board. Just because I can. Why not? More fuel the better. Let's go reserve at 90 minutes, folks. And then we just generate the flight. That's all. Boom. Boom. And that's that done. Happy days. Let's hop into the cockpit, folks. Let's hop into the cockpit and get started. How cold is it where you are, Iceberg for all? How cold is it? Red Cap's with us as well. Greetings, Red Cap. Greetings and salutations. So I'm going to go through up to before we start to push back. with the checks. Oh, I didn't get my checklist. I did lots of stuff today, but I didn't get the checklist. So let's just go through that, see if we can remember, shall we? So wipers are off, all the lights are off, that's fine. The controls are adjusted, and that should be up there. And speed brakes off, both engines should be off. See what happened from the last stream? Gears down, parking brake is set. So that's all set, and we have all our deterrents working, which is great news. Very nice. And let's get the batteries on, shall we? So battery 1 and 2 on. We'll request external power, a bling. We get the crew oxygen supply on now, just while I see the lights. Let's get the fuel pumps on. Very nice. Let's start the APU master. 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Boom. And let's align the INS, the navigation. Oh, there we go. That'll be instant if I switch them on and switch them off again. Let's get the crew lights armed, the emergency exit lights armed. Let's get the snow smoking on and the safety belt signs on. Let's check on the old APU. We have movement at the back. Very nice. Let's reset the cam there. It's very small and not a very busy airport. There's the APU there. Very nice. Let's have a look while that APU is kicking off. So it's very smooth here with the flames per second here, folks. I don't know what the China are doing here. I have no idea why they're doing there, what they're doing, what they think they're up to. We have. Thought I saw some people moving around here in the scenery all around. That definitely was. Definitely there was people moving around in here. It's a very quiet airport, look. Oh, there's someone moving around, look. Some guy with his briefcase. I thought of Montenegro. Oh, that looks like, it disappeared. That looks like your man. Where is he? Oh, there's going to be a murder, ladies and gentlemen. You know who this is. He's disappearing. Do you know who that was? The guy from a Hitman. Where is he gone? Haha! Damn it. There he is. Is that him again? Hello, Hitman. He's doing his work in the airport today. That's definitely Hitman. There's no doubt about it. Agent 47 is with us, folks. Agent 47's with us. A nice kind of rendition of the airport. I think he's got to do some work on the inside, but is it marble anyway? It could be just marble and very plain like that. There we go. Very nice. Let's hop into the cockpit. How long are you waiting for unfreezing? I don't know what you mean by that. Let's have a look here. How long is the freeze? Iceberg first for all says it's cold at here. Metar. 7 by. Oh yeah. Okay. Just cold physically. Okay. Great. Do you also have other issues like sound is gone? Can you all hear me and everything? I don't know what you mean there, Iceberg. Yesterday 30 minutes. I think you're talking amongst yourself there, and I'm just getting a bit confused there. It's probably not meant for me. So good stuff. Let me just make sure the sound is working now. I'm getting a bit paranoid here. Let me just make this window a little bit bigger here, so we can see the sound coming through. Yep, sounds all good. Happy days. Okay, now we did our flight plan. We've got the APU started. Very nice. Let's get the strobe onto auto. Let's say we are put the beacon on. Let's say we're loaded, okay, and the wing light on, and the nav on as well. Very nice. Let's get the APU bleed on. Let's not forget about that. Look before you press. Look before you press. That's the generator. There's the APU bleed there. There we go. APU bleed is on, and let's kick off the flight plan. Let's import our flight plan from SimBrief here and get the weather. Very nice. QNH is 1022. Have we got 1022 set? No, let's hit the B button. 1022. That's all nice. Happy days. 1022. Once, twice, and thrice. And let's get to our flight plan. Okay, so init. Flight plan request. Oh, you're having problems with your sim. Okay. Recap. 282 is with us. Greetings, Recap. And Valstorm as well. Oh, very good. Flight number 01 we put in there for shits and giggles. We put a cost index of 55 there. We can speed it up as we go. The cruise altitude, let's get SimBrief up actually here. It doesn't give us a departure and arrival, which is a bit of a pain. So you got to fetch the flight plan there. That's all you got to do. It doesn't seem to... Oh, I forgot. Of course, we can do raw. I love it. There we go. So, let's write some stuff down. Where's my pen? There we go. So, our standard instant departure, we are leaving runway 32. Okay, the pen isn't working. Runway 32. And we are leaving on the Kilo, Oscar, Foxtrot, Echo, Romeo 1 Papa departure. We're arriving into Sicily with a star with runway. Where's the runway? Oh, I see here. It's kind of very bold. 25. Runway 25. And we're coming in on the star of Romeo Oscar Sierra Alpha Sierra 3 Lima. The altitude, so I'm reading from here, this area here, folks. There's all your waypoints. There's your departure. There's your waypoints in between, and there's your arrival. There's the arrival there. Very nice. So our 30,000 feet, 300, flight level 300. Good. Let's get that into the computer. And Bob's your uncle, folks. How cool is that? Okay, cruise level. Flight level 300, 30,000 feet. Boom. That temperature looks about right. We'll go to our mass and balance now, and we'll get the zero fuel weights, etc. So, mass and balance, I'll go to this fairly quickly and I'll get back to the comments, okay? Load aircraft, 157 passengers. Instant, please. We've got 59.7, I'm going to round it up. And we have 30.5 for the CFG. 50.7. 59.7. 7 and 30.5. Where are we? Dismiss you. Okay, thank you. Boarding complete. 30.5 and 59.7. Good. You go in there. Block fuel comes from sim brief. Clappy says, Scripter, can you try clicking the V1 button twice to see if it automatically populates? Just want to check. Okay. Let's do that. Let's just finish off here, though. So that's that done. Let's go to performance then. I'm going to double click. Greetings, Benderberry. No. It only works in the PMDG. Double click. Click once. Click, click. No, so believe me, I tried it. So let's get our V-speeds then. For our departure. And our trim and all that kind of stuff. We're coming off runway 232. Surface is dry. Flap config, we always use 1 now. Force toga, I'm going to go with, remember my theory, if it's 2,500 meters? Right, let's go with no and see what happens. Anti-ice is off. Packs will be on. Let's load that there, and let's load this, the weather, and calculate. 2,500 meters. Yeah, we don't have to. So if it goes under 2,500 meters, we have to use toga. So this time we just use flex takeoff. So flex is 56. So 139, 146, 146. 139, 146. It's a short enough runway. Do you know? 139, 146, 146. Yes. Flaps up 1 and temperature flex is 56. 56. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Johnny F73, ladies and gentlemen, has resubscribed. I thought he was a member. Oh, Flying Michi is gifted a sub tier 1 to Johnny F73. Flying Michi, yours very generous. Very, very generous. Flying Michi, you have you've gifted 29 now. They've gifted a total of 20 in the channel. So wow, Flying Michi, you are a hero. Hero of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Flying Michi. Flying Michi. Excellent. Buttons is pleased as well. Flying Michi, thank you so much. Very nice. Flaps 1. Flying Michi, hero. Down 0.2, wasn't it? Let's double check here because, you know, it's up 1. Oh God. What's okay, up 1. Up 1. Up 0.1. There we go. So that's all set. There we go. Happy days. GPS Prime, yeah, I know that. Let's get rid of those messages. Let's go to our flight plan. Get the old flight plan done. So our departure, as we said, from SimBrief. Do you want me to get that up there? Let me know if you do. Just check the chat there again. Fly me, good on you. Enjoy, he says. The chat isn't coming up. That's very annoying. Why isn't the chat coming up? I don't know why. I'll figure that later. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so we're leaving runway 32. I zoom in as much as I can here so you can see. Runway 32. Rossa. I'm just making up the name. It sounds like Rossa. It looks like Rossa. Romeo. Where's Romeo? No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Kofa, you dummy. Look at the K's here. Oh. K. Give me K. There we go. 1 Papa. So Kilo, Oscar, Foxtrot, Echo, Romeo, 1 Papa. It always drops 1. I don't know why. There we go. That is our departure. Our arrival then into Sicily is Rossa. That's what I was looking for. Arrival. Rossa. Boom. No. Okay, so we're using runway 25. I want an ILS. Localizer W. Localizer. No. I want Z. Localizer Z. No, I want ILS though. What? I don't want to do an RF. Have I missed it? I probably have. Localizer. I thought there was a VOR into there. Oh God, maybe not. Maybe not. No. Let me just check that there, folks. Let's just check that. Lima, India, sir, that's it. Yeah, boom. Oh, it wants us into runway 25, okay. ILS said runway 25. Am I gone blind? What's going on here, folks? No. That's unusual, isn't it? That's very strange. This is localizer. Isn't that weird? Okay, well let's choose that one and we worry about that on the way in, okay? And we'll see what happens. Oh, a new subscriber again, G Cook Scotland, folks. G Cook Scotland has resubscribed Prime 2 for 2 months in a row. That's 4 in total. G Cook, thank you very much. I hope you like my new kind of look to the channel. I spent all day trying to get the little borders for the cameras and to change the bing bing, so you can see up the top now. You should though. There you go. You see it yourself up at the top there. I spent ages doing this. Too long because I didn't know what I was doing, and the little borders here. Thank you very much, folks. So you can see yourselves there, the last few people who did things and stuff. Do you know, the supporters of the channel. I gotta give you guys credit, you know. So we'll worry about that stuff. Rossa, where is Ross? Or all the way down the bottom, of course. 3 Lima, yeah. So this one here, Romeo Oscar Sierra Alpha 3 Lima. It dropped the S there. I don't know why it does that. It's a mystery to me. It's only, apparently it only holds so many characters in here. That's what someone told me. Okay, so that's great. Happy days, G Cook and Fly Me G. I tip my hat to you. Oh, I don't have a hat on at the moment, except for my hair. But what are you going to do? So let's go to plan mode and just check this out. Let's go to plan mode and check it out. Boom, boom. That looks tidy and neat. So the ILS thing coming in, I'll just do it manually. It's you know. Oh, what's this? What is this? Now, someone said when they do this Z thing, it's for spacing and whatnot. Is Sicily a busy airport? I don't know, but it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? We'll just go with it, will we? Why would you do an S-turn all the way in? Probably mountains, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Isn't it strange? Let's have a look here at the charts then. I don't look at these arrivals enough. So let's... Oh yeah, there is... Yeah, but you see, look here. See, it's up to the north. It's doing that thing. It's over the sea. So maybe it's a busy airport. I didn't think it would be. Let's look at the stars here. I very rarely look at these, you know. Yeah, there you go, look. All over the shop. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Do you know? That should be north facing, no? Boom, boom, boom. Well, that's what it is, folks. There's a reason for everything. There it is there, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, fair enough. What are you going to do? Now, I want the ILS for runway 25. So we'll worry about that in the way, that kind of thing. Let me just put that down and minimize that there out of the way for the moment. So our flight plan is done. I'm happy with the flight plan. If you're happy, I'm happy, and we'll all get on with it. Let's switch now from plan mode to arc and to 10 miles. Great. Our altitude, the transition altitude for here is 10,000 feet. Let's get about 10 in for the moment, the altitude. We'll arm our constraints, why not? That's all fine. Anything else I have forgotten? Nothing to do yet, except push back. Isn't it? Bit of push back.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
And let's rock and roll. Let's get our push back rock and rolling.
We will be taking off shortly. We
Let's
ask
go back
that
in
you
here.
fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud
Go ahead,
babies
surfaces.
in the overhead soundproof
Let's
lockers.
is
Those of
APU
you
on?
who
Let's
are
check that
oversized
because
ugly
I know
feet
it's
can
on.
stow them under your feet.
But I hit
We
that
also
switch one
ask
day
that
and
you
it was
unseat
not
and
running.
vehicle ties
So we
are
can get rid of the
in
ground power,
position
external
for
power.
takeoff. Please
FUP
ensure
is
all
already on.
personal electronic devices,
Excellent. Let's
including
close
laptops,
the get rid of the
cell
ground power
phones,
unit.
and power
Close the
protection
stairs.
implements are
Get rid of the
powered
doors. All closed.
Smoking is
All
prohibited
good.
throughout this
And
flight,
let's get our
but
push
we will
back.
serve
Call
large
the
amounts
tug.
of
Won't
alcohol
call the
to
tug. No
ensure
tug
that your
available.
intoxicate
But do we
levels
need to
are
push back?
high.
No, we don't
For
need to
those
push
of
back
you
at all.
who are feeling unruly,
So happy days. So
alcohol
let's
is
start the
provided
engines.
to ensure your
For the first time ever, I've not had need to push back here, which is odd, isn't it? So let's switch the engines to crank and start engine number 2 first. And that is, there is it kicking off there, and let's have a look at the window on this side.
Thank you for
Let's
choosing
listen.
Reaper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
We get some music going, folks. Media. I have to figure out the music a little bit tidier than what I'm doing here with the windows. That's another thing I have to do. It will happen. That will happen, folks. We get some nice slow music in the background. That's a bit jazzy. Oh, the chat is there. The chat is working. There we go. Let's have a look, read at the chat there while the engine's starting. Rooney Ripper, hello, good to see you. You're chatting amongst yourselves. Good, good. Valstrom's with us. Brenda Beery and Clappy D as always. I just go back here. I don't hear the engine starting up very well here. So what the deuce is that about? I'm actually trying to get the angry dogs. Control space, back to the cockpit. So it's alive. Maybe it's just with the left engine. So let's kick off the left engine. That's it. Is that all? That's the angry dog, little bark there. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like an angry dog, folks. Lordy Ripper's with us. Hey, how are you? A.L. Zori. Zuari. Greetings. I hope I didn't butcher your name. And Gata Andre. Greetings to you, Gata. Greetings to you. Why isn't the chat coming up straight away? The chat box. I'd love to fix this while we're streaming here. What is the problem with the chat box? Always show messages. Chat delay 0. Maybe that's... I don't know what's going on there with that, but... that's not your problem. It's very complicated to get these things working. It came up very late. Look, we live with it. Gotta Andrei, Jello, to you as well. Engines are started now. Let's go back to the cockpit. These guys have just been lazy hanging around here. Do you know, I've often found myself sitting in the seat here waiting for the plane to go. You know, I wonder how much they get paid. You know, I wonder if they like their jobs and this kind of wanderings. Do you know, what's it like to work at an airport? You know. Yeah. I think it's too much. So we're going to backtrack up this way, so we're all good. Engines are both started. Let's go back to normal mode now. Let's get some lights on for one and all. The beacon light's already on. Put the runway turn off lights on, and we put the nose light to taxi. We do not need the APU bleed anymore, so I can switch off the APU. That's great. Some lightage. Let's get the dome lights on. Very nice. I'll put them on high here, just so we get a nice view inside the cockpit. Oh, I'll put the compass light on for the laugh. The compass is up here, actually. It's kind of cool. If you're in trouble, if you're stuck, you've got to have a compass on board. You know, otherwise you're in trouble. But I have one. And now we can taxi. Is there anything else I've forgotten? No, I suppose we can do that. Arm the spoilers, and we can arm the brakes to max for rejected takeoff. Oops. Here, and let's taxi. Something I've forgotten. I know there's something I've forgotten. Brakes off. Let's go. There's one of the boys. I'll come to a halt now shortly. Now, do we have to backtrack the runway? Let's tag up. Oh, let's get back in the cockpit because... Yeah. There we go. We have to backtrack, it looks like. It's a small old place. But I like the music. It's kind of that holiday music. God. Tag up. Flying Mage is with us. On the EasyJet livery, we've got red cap as well. Someone else there with red cap. So yes, we do have to backtrack. There's no taxiway. Let's hop into the cockpit here. All the peeps are chatting. They're all happy. Let's do the safety brief when we're backtracking. And while we're backtracking, want those on.
As we review the emergency procedures to remind you of possible horrific death during this flight.
And the transponders and the TCAS.
On this aircraft.
Nice holiday music for you all, folks. I like that song. Montenegro is not a holiday destination, or am I thinking it's Montenegro somewhere else? Do you know?
Should the cabin experience sudden pressure
Tioni
loss,
and
stay
transponder
calm
on.
and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen mask will drop down from about your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and
A bit more lightage, please.
pull the strap to tighten it in.
A bit more lightage, thank you.
If you are traveling with the children, make sure
Oh, very nice.
that your oven mask...
Hey, Grouper Sim, are you using Streamlabs? Yes, I am. I'm using Streamlabs. I've been playing with it for quite a bit. Thank you, Clappy D. Let's get the recorder here.
In the unlikely event of emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind.
Thank you, Clappy D. What would happen? What would happen if I forgot that?
Please be aware, if you are intoxicated, you will be unable to carry out any of these instructions.
So, Amanda Phillip, I did a flight today from Lisbon to Ibiza. It was really cool. I'm happy to say it was a very smooth flight, even if we had a long wait at the gate. Oh, cool. Are you liking the overlay there, guys? I'm just a little bit late there with the chat. It looks like you are. It looks a little bit more solid, doesn't it? I was worried it would take up too much space, but I'll keep working on it. The next bit that I want to do is up here. Right, all this stuff up here, I got to jazz that up, and I can do that, I'm sure. But I was concerned it didn't give me the time to go yesterday. That should kick off at 1,000 feet. I don't know the center line here, so I'm going to kick off that bit here. Hopefully, no, I won't be able to do tomorrow. No, but this week. There's a chat there. We're getting chats coming up. Good stuff. Happy days. All is working well. All is working well. So I'm going to turn around to the end here. I'm going to take off. All looking good. Dandy. There is Flying Mage behind. There's Ghost Rider behind him, and then Redcap's getting on the runway. So it looks like we have to turn to the right first. Oh, sorry about that. I made some people dizzy there. That's just wrong. Yeah, I got a little bit too fast. So very gentle braking. Very gentle braking. Now what I'll do, guys, those of you taxiing behind, I'll move forward. So you can kind of go behind me, okay? I think they have room for a taxiway in this airport, but, you know... Oh, you can't have planning permission. Someone has to get paid. Do you know? That kind of nonsense. Over we go. Over we go. Ah, it's tricky to get... You know, not a lot of space there, folks. Not a lot of space for the turn. There's plenty of room here. Plenty of room for a taxiway, isn't there? And I bet you in the real airport in real life, planning permission is an issue for some reason. It always is. Do you know? So come to a halt here. Let's come to a halt. Let's make sure we've got everything gone. Let's put our flaps down to 1. Right, flaps down to 1. Here go with the flaps. Very nice. Control space. Flaps are set to 1. We've got our spoilers armed. We've got a brake set. Let's hit the takeoff config. And everything's normal except for the predicted wind shear, which I did not put on. It's on now though, and we're all green and we're good to go, folks. Johnny C says he just dropped by to leave a like. Can't join tonight. No worries, Johnny C. No worries. Always good to see you. And let's take off. You came just at the right point. I don't know how this is going to go. Got hills right in front of us. Going to turn to the left very suddenly. Okay, 50% of the engines, folks, are going to go. 50%. I'm going to leave the brakes on. Let the engine spool up. Excellent, 50% engines are stable. Start the chrono. And off we go up to flex power. Flex is set. SRS, nav. And auto throttle's blue. A little bit forward on the stick. We get to what, 80, 100 knots for steering. I want to get at that wheel bumping off the center line. Come on, I want to hear the thump 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 thump. Oh, it's not giving you the thump thump today, folks. Okay, releasing the back pressure off the nose. There we go. Where's the bump bump? V1, we're going, and rotate. Nice and gentle. Take your time with the rotate. It always kind of goes off the center line there. It's very annoying. Positive rate gear up. We'll hand fly. We won't actually, because we want to get some eye candy here. This is a very eye candy area. Happy days. Let's hit the auto. The autopilot on. Autopilot on. Very nice. Let's get the flaps up. There we go. Nice maintenance area, folks. Interesting place. Nice harbour. Oh, that's Montenegro. Is that the rich place? Oh, looks like a nice place to go holidays. There's that steep turn we're taking. Weather looks good. There's that steep turn. And we're out to sea, folks. How cool is that? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into the cockpit. I'm not finished yet. Ah! What? See, that's the danger of hopping out of the cockpit. Take it easy. Take it easy, though. 1,500 feet back to climb. That's why it went nuts. Because I was outside, I didn't bring the throttle back to climb. We didn't overspeed, thankfully. Master's off. The warning's off. Let's hit autopilot 1 again. Now it'll re-engage the autopilot. We've got climb thrust set. And now we shouldn't have any further problems. It's about 16 degrees nose up there. Isn't it? Bit bumpy because of the hills. But all is good. Let's do our after takeoff checks. Spoilers are disarmed. Flaps are up. Gear is up and locked. Auto brake is now disarmed. Lights. We don't need these lights here. We don't need the runway lights. We don't need the nose lights. Oh, that should have been set to take off. Oops. And next at 10,000 feet. I think the sub should be on when you enter the runway. 5,000 feet. Transition is 10,000 feet, so we don't have to switch to Q&H to standard at 10,000 feet here. So but what we're going to do is we're going to go up to our 30 anyway, because it's going to stop at 10,000 feet there. Let's go up to 30. No air traffic control to consider ourselves with. And we're going up to 30. 10,000 feet's transition. There you go. You're going down, Gripper. Yeah, I would have if I see what happened was, okay? I was outside and I went past way past 1,500 feet and I didn't take the throttle back to climb because I was out here. So I came back in, fixed it, basically. I don't think in the real world you'd be hopping outside the airplane like that, you know. So no biggie. Thank you for telling me though, always tell me. So heading is all set, all managed, everything's fine. 10,000 feet is next. And at 10,000 feet just happens to be when we switch on all the lights. So this is a kind of longish trip at 400 nautical miles, right, of the ground. But I'm going to speed that up. I'm going to speed it up. And then we'll have a chat in the cruise. Now, we're going to 10,000 feet now, so let's put all the other lights on. Or switch them off, should I say. They're off, off, off. Well, good. We can release the passengers as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may rely
And
on
that's it. That's it for now.
We'll be passing out
of course,
Please order more than just one
UNH.
drink at a time.
Standard once.
The toilets are
Standard twice, and we're going to leave it to Q&H on the center screen here. And that is the after takeoff checklist for sure. Very nice. Let's have a look outside. Let's just temporarily get some eye candy there while I look at the comments. I'm going to get my face cam off and the the face cam off and the yoke cam off there for a moment. But we're all good to climb. Let's get some eye candy in while we leave this amazing place. Look at that. Is that engine sounds too loud? Oh, the camera didn't switch off the border. I didn't forget it. I didn't think about that. I didn't think of that. What a pain. Why doesn't your altitude have a yellow circle next to it? I don't know. Why doesn't my altitude have a yellow circle next to it? Let's have a look. Good point. Push it in. Now it does. Interesting. Excuse me. So yeah, Streamlabs. So now I gotta figure out when I switch off the cameras if it would take off that border as well. I'll figure it out. If anyone knows Streamlabs, do let me know. Now, yeah, it didn't have a circle next to it there to indicate that it was managed the climb with the altitude, which is interesting. Let's see what happened there. If I move that, yeah, I don't know. I must have hit the mouse button by mistake. Let's have a look at the O. Oh, sorry folks. Bloody hell. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. Wow. Thank you, Lonely Reaper says. For next time, group the cameras and borders together so you can turn it all off. That's exactly what I was thinking. Can you group them? So how do you group them? I'll have a look at that. Ah, okay, you can add a group. I love it. Okay, thank you. I will do that. Learning all the time. So where are we? Let's hit the V button. Will it work in here? Let's have a look. So. There we go. We just left here. We're going across the sea. It's pity you can't zoom out any more than that, isn't it? No, we can. Come across Sicily. All the way to Sicily. There we go. That's our destination. Won't let me zoom out any more though. That's our route. So I just figured there's a folder there in Streamlabs you can create a group. I know I'm very late. I'm not lazy. It's just kind of learning half on stream. You make mistakes, you know. I'm learning streaming. I'm learning streaming whilst I'm streaming. It's very bold. We might do it in the cruise. I don't realise to be finished. Lonely Ripper, no. Do that in the cruise. Do hit the like button if you're out and about. Do hit the like button, please. That'd be great. Thanks again to G Cook Scotland, who resubscribed Prime for 2 months in a row now. Thanks to G Cook and Fly Michi, who's gifted us here. Gifted a sub tier 1 to Johnny F73. Happy days. Sicily's also a new airport. Punta Raisi, I think it's pronounced. ICAO Lima India Charlie Juliet. So what I'd like to do to get things out of the way, right? Oops. To get things organised, I'd like to just have something in there for the weather for our destination. Let's put that in now, shall we? Approach Lima India. That's correct. UNH is 1025 at our destination. I'm going to put that in the standby box here. 1025 in here. Prague. So I can fix those cameras there in the cruise. Sorry, performance. What am I saying? Time managed. Cruise is managed. Descent is managed. And here's where we need to put in the QNH. 1025. Temperature in Sicily. It's going to be Scotchio. Oh, only 10 degrees. Okay. Okay, 10 degrees it is. Fair enough. Magnetic wind is 135 knots. I'll read that now in a second. Transition level is 5,000 feet. And let's get our minimums in the barrow, shall we? Now, oddly enough, it didn't show an ILS, but there's one there, so 3,500 or 3,000 feet is the base to enter the ILS, and decision height is 500 feet above the surface. So 500 feet it is, folks. Done. Now what we need to do is reach our cruise altitude, put our altitude down for the ILS in here, and then we're golden. So that's just nice to put that out of the way for the moment. So we're going to be over the sea. We're going to fly right over Italy. So detailed. The details. It's just so... See the hills over there off in the distance? Did you ever think you'd see anything like it? I'm aware of those of you who just joined that those two boxes are there. I'm going to fix that now. I'm going to fix that now and see if I can do it. It's our turn. flying the Air Italia livery, I think, today. So look at even the oil there on the wings. The trailing edge of the flaps. Great detail. And there is the coast of Italy, folks. Off in the distance. Let's get those cameras back on. Let's see if we can group those cameras. Oh, maybe I'll do it later. It might be too much grief, no? Boom, boom. That's better. That's better. Very nice. Sun's right in our face. I would like a little windshield here to get that, because what happens here is you can't see inside unless you know. So it's going to be a golden hour approach, folks. I'd love to group those cameras. Let's... Can I try? Okay, so Lonely Reaper saying the cruise should be plenty of time. I think it is, right? We have. So I'm going to chance this, folks. 333 miles to go, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix this stream here. Now, should I show you what I'm doing? Does that go against terms and conditions? I don't know. I don't see why it would. Let's play with streaming, shall we? I'll do it on the other screen. I'll do it on the other screen. Okay, so let's create a group. Face cam. Face. Ah. Why? There we go, that's a bit better. Face cam. Okay, I created a folder. Okay. I see the folder now. Do I copy them? So I need video face. Oh yeah. Right click. Copy. Just guessing here. Go into face camera. No. Can I do that? So how do I get into the that folder? We just hit Control V. No. Can I move them into it? No. Click and drag them into the folder. Okay, Lonely Reaper, you seem to know what you're talking about, so let's have a look here very quickly. Right. So I've copied them. And the overlay. Right. Can I not just put it in here like this? Doesn't seem to like it and I can't open it. Do I have to hit the plus button there? No. No. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Go away. So I don't need those, right? No. So there's the camera, right? There's the folder. Face camera. these two. No, won't let me do it. Any ideas there, Lonely Reaper? Give me 2 seconds, I'll open my Streamlabs, so good on you. So, does this say open the folder here? If I hit this guy, add a group, no. We're done source, let's add a source. Oh, gave me a little tip there on how to do it. So we'll see if Lonely Reaper can help us out. That'd be great, Lonely Reaper, to get that done. That'd be really cool. Because I gotta jazz it up a bit. There's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people super chatting and becoming members and all that kind of stuff. So I gotta up the game a little bit, I think. And that's that's what I'm aiming for this week. Let's read some of the comments, because I haven't done that for a bit, have I? Let's go to YouTube first. Let's go back up a little bit. I need to figure out how to do it now. Take off landing. Take off config gripper. You're just telling me this is to go. Maybe better. Have we got the time to go? Yeah, 37 minutes. Great. So we've got the time to go working in the upper portion of it. Thanks, Happy D, for reminding everyone. Some Randy Phillips says my school was closed today and I didn't have to go to school and did a nice flight. Excellent. Isn't it great to have a day off like that? And you just sit in the sim and just zone out. You just zone out. And it's an intelligent zoning out, isn't it? You know, you're using your brain, which is great. And it's fantastic to be able to zone out like that from time to time. Ian Bevington liked. Thank you, Ian. And Clappy D went, woohoo! Also, Gripper, have a look at the radar Mike, November Mike. I'll place 10 right for a reference section. That is the terminal is brutal. Ah, okay. It's because the train is brutal, Valstorm is basically saying there, and are in Sicily. Cool. Awesome. Gripper is pressing buttons in the stream again. Nothing can go wrong, Valstorm says, and you're right. Some Randy Phillips says, how is my day going? Very well. A reasonably productive day. Clappy D says nothing bad will happen. And on Twitch then, Lonely Reaper's helping me out. Flying Michi. Your vertical speed is a bit low. It was a little bit, wasn't it? Lonely Reaper is coming back to us. Look to your right. Ah, we got... I didn't say hello to the boys. Let's have a look outside and say hello to the boys, folks. There, we're crossing over Italy now, folks. There we go. That is Flying Midge. Flying Midge is just beside us. Ghost Rider's behind us a little bit. There is Rodrigo. I don't think he's with us in a Cessna 152. Happy days. Where's the others? Where are the others? Where are the others? Are they above us? No. There is Flying Mage. Flying Mage is with us, folks. EasyJet livery. Okay, Flying Mage, I'm going to give you my exact speed there, so you can fly alongside. Okay, it's a pity they haven't enabled the wake turbulence yet. They were all talking about the wake turbulence, weren't they? Microsoft, and they haven't implemented the wake turbulence yet. Because Flying Miji would have an awful problem there. So Flying Miji, my speed is... I want an exact figure. It's Mach 786. Just under 300 knots. Just under 300 knots at the moment. And we have 278 miles to go. So we're moving fast. We're moving quick and fast, folks. We're moving fast for sure. Clappy is saying reports coming in of lights switching on and off in Australia. What is that? Lonely Reaper, shift click the cameras and overlays, then right click to the group and choose group items. Okay, let me put this on here. Okay. So. Shift. Click the camera and overlays. Okay, so where are they? Camera overlay face and video face. So click those two. Right. Right click to group. Right click. Group. Group into folder. Okay, so we have a new folder. Face. Cam. Okay. But what? How? Okay. Shit, I named them both the same. I did call it face cam, didn't I? So I'll get rid of that one. That's the empty folder. Right. So this one here is the one I made. But how do I see what's in it? Thank you, Lonely Reaper. So now I can... It worked! Ladies and gentlemen, Lonely Reaper is a hero of the day. Hero of the day. Buttons is delighted as well. Absolutely fantastic, Lonely Reaper. So that's done. I can rename that. I just like to have it renamed Camera. Can I spell it? There we go. But how do I see what's in it? Open folder, maybe? I literally had to try 2 different things to figure it out. Lonely Reaper, thank you so much. So that's that done, right? Then I need to create the other 2. I had to pay for that overlay because I don't have the stuff to make it. So anyway, where's the other one? See how complicated this is, folks. Let me just get... You're bored looking at that. I understand. You don't need to, now that I know how to do it, and you know how to do it, hopefully. You know. If you got your favourite game, you know. Anyway. Right. If we can get this before the descent, this is going to be great. Let's have a look outside. There we go. There's Flying Mitch. Flying right beside us. Now, let me get the other one. Event overlay. Video yoke. Okay, and that one there. Shift. Right click. Group. Group into folder. And we call it yoke cam. Yoke camera. Boom. 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 Thank you so much. Lonely Reaper, you're a hero. I wonder how you see inside it though. I'll worry about that later. Thank you so much, Lonely Reaper. Let's have a look and see what you're saying on Twitch there. To say it has been traced. I'm messing with history. Floppy D, they say it has been traced to someone oh, your camera is blurry and out of focus, gripper sim. Oh, it is too. It is. Let's just get it. It does that sometimes. Come on, camera. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's still blurry. I think that's done it. It does that the odd occasion. It's a good camera too. It's the Brio. The Brio camera, folks. Let's get the Ocam away for the moment. Oops. There we go. How cool is that? That's a little bit more tidier. Nice tidy, folks. We're coming over the mountains now. A lovely view coming over this way. Look at that. Superb. Now, I know what to do with the chat. Oh yeah, the chat's coming up there nicely. Okay, cool. If you clicked on the folder image... Ah, it's as simple as that. Like here. Ah, look at that. Yes. Very interesting. Happy days. Happy days. You actually hit me. Very clever. You'd think you'd double click on it or something, wouldn't you? Like the old days, but they've been very clever. Lonely Reaper, you are a hero. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. We've heard quite a bit now about it today. You know, about the old stream business. One thing I'd like to do is let's have a look at the chat box here. The chat box is going great. Should start at the top and work its way down. Okay, but that's fine. Excellent. I like it. Let's see where we are. I could be overhead the airfield there for all night. We're going to have a collision, folks. Oh, look at that. Where are the others, though? Let's see, boys. Let's hop in and see where we are. Oh, God. We're going right across Italy. We're across already. Look. Really? Is that how thin it is? I can see the sea over here. And I can see the sea over this side of Italy. So we are 30,000 feet. So there, that is amazing, isn't it? I never thought I would see that view. Really? I'm going to hit the V button here. Yeah, we can see one side of Italy to the other. There we are here. That is quite amazing, folks. That is an interesting trip. There's a sea over here and sea over here, and the EasyJet we were going to collide with any minute. Careful now. Oh, careful now. I wonder how the passengers would feel. Oh, the view. As a passenger, how would you feel about this now? Oh, you know, stewardess. Oh, it's just me. You know, how would you feel about that? That might not be a bad screenshot, folks, for the next. May not be a bad screenshot at all. I like it. Very nice flying. Just better hop to the cockpit here and see what's going on here. And there you go. Okay, so we've got 217 miles to go. So 30 multiplied by 3, 30,000 feet is 90. So we're going to start descending 90 miles out. So let's increase the range a little bit. It should give us that little white. There we go. We're going to start descending after Animo. Right. Which is great. So we've got a bit to go to get there until we pass Italy in its entirety. Wow, we're right over the spine of Italy, folks. We just passed it, actually, on the way to Sicily. This is an interesting trip. I like this. I do enjoy this. What else have we got? Let's get our altitude ready for our ILS approach. Our altitude to join the ILS is 3,000 feet, folks. The constraints will worry about the rest, so 3,000 feet. I'm just going to change it to 3,000. I'm not going to push it in. So what I'd like to have happen... Oops. All I have to do now is push the up arrow or press that button in. And we're golden. I would just descend. I've got everything else done. I suppose I can periodically check. What time is it now? It's 19:08. So the weather may have changed. So in our arrival there, it was issued at the first at 18:20. 18:20, and there we go. 18:50 now. It'll be half hour. So QNH is still 1025. Temperature's 10 degrees still. Scatter cloud 5,000 feet. 10k or more visibility. The wind is 140 at 5 knots. And there you go. 999 means in meters forward visibility. If it's 999, it's 10k or more. If it's 5,000, it's 5,000 meters forward visibility, you see. At ground level, pretty much 6 meters, isn't it? So that's all we got to do. Now I can pay attention to the chat a bit more. There we go. A fascinating place to go from. So we're going from Tivat in Montenegro to Sicily. Interesting kind of as you just see the world pass beneath you. You know, we just went right through Italy like a knife through butter. Thank you, Lonely Reaper. He says he's happy to help. Thank you so much, Lonely Reaper. God knows how long it would have taken me to find. See, it's very simple once you know how. Very simple once you know how. But finding out, like, would I click on the folder? You know? Well, I'll just expand the eye candy here for the moment. Now I can, thanks to Lonely Reaper. Let's see what you're saying on YouTube there. Right, my camera back. I think we'll fix that. Okay, so I'm moving back. Valstrom says, oh yeah, Copy View saying, they say it's been traced as someone messing with OBS midstream. That's very bold. It's just one of those things that, you know, you just don't do that. You don't fix your stream with Streamlabs open during your stream. It's a disgrace. But it's nice to see behind the scenes, no? It's just a no-no, I suppose. Anyway. Valstrom then says, indeed, but Gripper is innocent. No buttons pressed in anger. Yes, happily laughed. Redcap says, still picking seagull feathers out of my teeth after the takeoff. Anyone else see them? Hundreds of them. Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't see any seagulls at all. Whoa. I didn't see any seagulls. Valstorm says, I see your escort on the left has no smoking flight. Yeah. Oh, there's one of the boys there flying past her. And welcome to Al Azori, A.L. Azori. It says, can we see ETAI, the livery? Now, you may not see that because you may not have downloaded that livery, you see. You see a different livery in Microsoft, which is a pain. Also, you may not have noticed, which I just did there. Whoa. Someone's getting smoked, folks. A.L. Azori says, can we see the volcano? Etna volcano, of course. Etna. Mount Etna, isn't it? Sorry, A.L. And by the way, welcome, A.L. I didn't see it. That's Italy all the way down there. That's bizarre. Can we see Sicily already? Oh, quite far away. I thought you'd see it. That's obviously it down there. No? Can't see Sicily yet. Welcome, AL, by the way. Do hit the like button if you get a chance. At the moment in YouTube we have only 10 watching. It's quite late today. 10 watching in YouTube, and we got 11 likes. Thank you very much, everyone, for hitting the like button. Let's see Mount Etna from here. No. You can't see Mount Etna just yet. We're not quite over that area, I think. It's very annoying the way it keeps doing that, changing my view. Nice and quiet in the cabin. Nice and quiet. Lorna Reaper says all you need to figure out now is how to put the overlays on the cam, chat and alerts. Yeah, you know, because I had to get that graphic elsewhere and I kind of had to move it in places and stuff. I looked up some YouTube videos in YouTube and they were just buying them separately and you kind of have to fiddle around and stuff, but it works. You can see Mount Etna to the left just on the island. I see this now, a bit trouble. On the left. Is it way off in the distance? Oh, that's it down there, is it? I'm sorry about the zoom thing. I have to fix that as well. I want to get that working off my... Yeah. There's Mount Etna. Is that it? Oops, sorry, wrong window. I'll just reset the cab. There we go. If you can hear that noise, that's buttons kicking off now. It's not quite 8 o'clock. Yeah, we got some of the TCAS there. Make sure I'm on TA only. Yes, I am. Just bear with me, just for a moment. Yeah. I know you want to be in camera and say hello to everybody. Just give me a second. You talk. I just tried to stop me from flying. Let's get the camera on here, folks. That's it, says Flying Michi. That's it out here. See that? That's Mount Etna there. Cool, thank you for showing that to us, Michi. Mount Etna, folks. Anybody chatting on the stream live near a volcano? Anybody? Very good. Now, let's get the cameras on. Boom, boom. Very nice. We don't need that one just yet. Oh, maybe we do. Because someone's kicking off here. Can you spot producer buttons from there, folks? Come over here. Come over here. Can you see here? No, you can't see it in that angle, I don't think. Over here, buttons, please. Over here, producer. Come on. Over here. There we go. Producer Buttons just wants to say hello, everybody. She's kicking off. Some random Phillips says is back. He's back. He says, will you be flying back to Tivat as well? You know, let's try it, will we? Let's try it. I might take a 5-minute break though, and I'll put the splash on with a timer on it, and we'll fly back. There's nothing else I'm really doing today, you know. So I think we'll fly back. But everybody will please if I fly back. Do you gripper? Isn't Bray Head a dominant volcano? Gloppy D says. Well, actually, Gloppy D, Bray is a bloody volcano. Bray itself. Bray, if you know what Bray is, it's in Wicklow. It's on the coast, and it's just a nightmare. I never liked Bray because of the traffic. Because it stops me getting past Bray. Everyone lives in Bray now. Because everyone from Dublin... Hello, Buttons. Bitches and Buttons. Yes, I've written that down correctly. She's trying to stop the streams, you know. She won't succeed. You won't succeed, Bitches and Buttons. You know. There you go. Bray is just stops us. Everyone getting past. And then once you get past Bray, you're flying along. I've been stuck behind Bray many, many times. And of course, I blame it on Bray, which is just wrong of me. Lonely Reaper says, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say it's part of Bray country. Bray is in Ireland, in Wicklow. Bray's a nightmare, says Sonarch 17. Sonarch, welcome, by the way. Yeah, Bray is if you're going down that motorway, it's only 2 lanes. It just all the traffic. It's just a nightmare. It's a nice drive past what's called the Glen of the Downs. It's a big valley, forested valley with what's called a Sugarloaf. It's a kind of a mountain, actually. It's actually classed as a mountain. Is it 1,500 feet? The mountain is classed as. Oh, what's that? Producer buttons? I'm wrong. It's not a mountain. You know what she's looking for. Oh, she's right in the ribs there. That was right in the ribs. She suppose that was below the belt. That was right in the ribs. Producer buttons. Lonely Ripper says, I thought so. Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland. No, it's County Wicklow and then Bray. Then you go past Bray. And you go kind of to Greystones, and then Wicklow Town, then Arklow. It's a nice part of the world, the east coast, the sunny southeast they call it here. It's ever so slightly sunnier down the east coast, down that way, all the way down to Kerry, Waterford, you know. But Bray, passing Bray, I just sent a curse Bray for everyone wanting to live in Bray. It's unfortunate they have to live in Bray. Now Bray's too expensive, because back in the day everyone would go down to Bray years ago to get their houses, because they used to live in Dublin. They can't afford to live in their own areas anymore, and then they moved down to Bray, and then they're moving out of Bray down further and further out. But Bray is just and I pity the people who live in Bray, because they're all trying to get in off the motorway to get into Bray, but it's a good bit away. Sorry, my hand's wetting the camera there. It's a good bit away, and they've got to just queue all the way home for ages, which is an awful pity. Clappy D says... I've missed some here. Clappy D says Wicklow. Yes, say Wicklow. I thought... There is a big mountain outcrop called Bray Head, which I think is a dominant volcano. I don't know. I never heard that before. Randa Phillip says, YouTube decided you are playing War Thunder. Now, Randa Phillip, thank you for telling me that, but where are you seeing that? Because there's something very wrong with my YouTube channel. Inasmuch as it's not sharing any videos or anything, and it hasn't shared any videos for a while. It just wouldn't share the videos. It's making these videos and there's no one could see them, as far as I could ascertain. But where is it saying that I'm playing War Thunder? Because last time I think you said it was playing something else. So can you tell me, Randa Phillip, if you can, where it's saying that? Because I went looking for it. Do you know, I did go looking for it. So let me know there, Randa Phillip, if you can give me some details there. Because I can't find it. Because that could be what's messing up my stream and my videos. Do you know? Lone Reaper's back. Sonia, is it Sonyak? 17, I'm butchering your name, Sonic, and welcome again. So, they say, do you remember a few months ago when Herbert Road was closed, so everyone going to Bray had to use one junction at Hill Garage? That was probably the day I was trying to pass Bray and I couldn't pass it. You know, and it's just horrific. Because I was hours to try to get home. We're going to descend now shortly. See that white thing there? So what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 90 miles out. So 90 miles out, I said. Speed error at... See, oh god, we're going to have problems here getting in here, folks. 102. So not far off. That's probably 5 miles to go now. So 90 miles, I wasn't too far out. I wasn't too far out at all. So we're going to stand now. Let's see how close we get to the 90. It's okay, I'm about 8 miles out. Just about this is really kicking off here, folks. She's not supposed to get a treat at this time. Okay, let's start our descent. Push it in. 3,000 feet. We're on profile. There's the profile dot there. Very nicely with the feet per minute there. 1,300 feet a minute. We're within speed range and we're started our descent, folks. Happy days. I better go out and just relent with that treat for producer buttons, because she's going to go behind and start pulling cables out. It's not foolproof yet with my change of, you know, after changing everything. So what I'll do is I'll have to temporarily leave my seat. It's saying more drag, but I don't think... Okay, let's put some drag down. Drag's coming down here. So I put the spoilers out for a little bit. It doesn't need much drag, to be honest with you. Look, we're only a few feet above profile. That's fine. Let's put speed brakes back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out for 8 seconds. 18 seconds, really. Sanark says the traffic was backed up the hard shoulder for 2 kilometres. Yes, that was probably that day that I had an issue. So Madam Phillips says, okay, I'm going to feed Buttons because she's pushing monitors over now and everything. Okay, producer Buttons, let's go and get your treat. Come on. Guys, I'll be back in 18 seconds. Okay, producer Buttons, you win. You win. Come on, let's get your treat. Sorry about all this craziness there, folks. Now, this is one of those. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. There you go. Just about this. Did you not even savor it? Is it gone already? You shouldn't just swallow it. What's that about? Come on, get a bit there. Got that for the approach. My hand getting away. That'll do. You can see what I'm doing there pretty much. Okay. Let's get rid of that camera for the moment. And let's get the old mic out of the way so my face is where it should be. And let's hop back into the cockpit. Okay, we're descending on profile. Nothing bad happened when I left. We're still on standard. We're all good. Here comes the zigzag here. Whew. What is it with the zigzag, folks? Ah, Shannock. Shannock is an Irish name. I'm terrible with Irish names. Shannock, thank you very much. I shan't forget. Shannock is the Irish word for fox. Shannock. But TBH, I'm yet to meet a streamer who could pronounce it. Shannock. Great. Shannock, thank you very much for letting me know. Shannock. Interesting name. That's something that people won't forget. Like, I'll use it in my head, that like the Chinook helicopter. Chinook. Chinook helicopter. Chinook. There you go. That's in my brain now. Sometimes, to remember things... Oh, I'm going a bit too fast here, look. I'm accelerating a little bit too fast there. So what we're going to do is going to put some speed brakes out here. To remember something, sometimes you've got to use some weird technique. You'll read up about it. So we're going a bit too fast. You know, we should be at 250, no? Below 10,000 feet. It's going quite quick there. So next job... Producer buttons, come away from there, please. The next job for me is 10,000 feet. So 10,000 feet is to... That's enough braking now. It's good enough. There we go. I can do it like that. I mean, I can do it fast, but I think the real thing in fighting the passengers, they get a big bump, no? Because the lift is all of a sudden give back to the aircraft. And go, doof. So that's why I'm doing it slowly. So we're still good. Anyway, 10,000 feet. We're going to stow the passengers. Or secure, I think the term is used. So we put the safety belt on. Secure the passengers. And I could have arm approach mode as well. But we're kind of far out still. We're still kind of 57 miles out, I suppose, not too far. But yeah, we could do that. Arm approach mode at 10,000 feet. And flick on some lights. And then our next job is transition altitude, and then we're on to our schedule for landing. Put the phone upside down there so I can ignore it. Let's have a look outside. So okay, we're going to go back. I'm going to go back, but I'll take a 5-minute break. There's Sicily, folks. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get back into this place because it has no VORs or anything, but we'll do it manually. We fly it like we stole it. I'll have to change the daytime a little bit because we won't be able to see nothing. And there's lots of hills around there. Let's have a look at the old plates then, see what they say. So we're going to be going back to... We're going back to Tivat in Montenegro. So that is Lima Yankee Tango Victor. No. NDB only. Well, it does have a VOR. Okay, that's going to be interesting the way back. It does have one. Localize. Oh, it only has the localizer. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Let's just go back because we need this to taxi. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. Boom. We're coming into runway 25. There we go. Let's check the rod nav here. Let's get on top of things here. 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Do they go on now? And does that go on to take off? I don't know. I presume it does. Smoking. Safety belt signs are on. Starting our descent shortly. And let's go to performance. Activate approach phase. That's activated. I want to go to the rod nav as well. Let's check the frequencies. ILS into Palermo is 109.5, 109.5. The approach course is 244 actually. It has 243 here for some reason, I don't know why. Also it has 1130, which is the VOR. Great, and that's all set. Back to flight plan now. We're at 9,100 feet. We've got 42 miles to go and everything's fine. Very nice. Trans is 5,000 feet. So we're ahead of the game now. Let's have a look at the comments there again. Let's go charts here and minimize it. Fly Michi is going direct. Okay, I could do that as well. I could do that, couldn't I? Yeah, let's shorten it. Fly Michi says, I bought my dog T-R-E-A-T-S. That sound... I bought my dog... That sound tasty. But it doesn't matter what I give her. A gravy bone or a bit of broccoli, she scoffs it down all the time. Yeah, dogs don't savour. They don't savour it. Some random Philip says, golden hour, beautiful. It is. When publishing a video, go to more options and then set the game to Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, I did that though. I set the image to general chat. Oh, ping me a message there in Discord, some random Philip. Thank you. YouTube decided you're playing more. Yeah, okay, so it was worth under one day, it's something else. See, that could be an issue for me. Go to more options. Okay. Ooh, mountains and stuff. Could we go direct? Well, we're kind of on, you know, we're just going to turn downwind now, really. Do you know what? Let me zoom in a bit for you all. So, there's no point going direct now because it's going to be too high, and we're going to stuff up our approach, and we're going to have to start messing about. So it's just turning downwind now, so we're good. We're busy chatting. So that is the problem. That's why it's like that, all the hills and stuff. Punta Raisi in Sicily. Lovely terrain. Something different today, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button, though. If you could, that would be, you know, that would be pretty cool. Hit the like button. You're on YouTube. You could follow, though. Follow us on Twitch. That'd be nice. If you've watched us more than once, you can always unfollow. I'd like to see if I get, when you follow us, did anyone follow us earlier or no? Did anyone follow us there on Twitch today. Valstrom suggests that we should use the train radar. Let's kick that off. Train radar is own. Do you know what we do? Right. We'll put it on the first officer side. There we go. Okay, where are we? 6,000 feet now. Next job, transition altitude. QNH should be 1025. And let's double check that. Let's refresh the weather. QNH is 1025. Winds are 150 at 6 knots now. .150 at 6 knots. So nothing to worry about with regards to crosswind landings. Now I'm going to turn downwind. Our airport is summer. Oh, I love the wind lanes. You see the kind of wind lanes there in the sea? It's not completely flat. Do you know? You see the wind lanes there? It just looks fantastic in the sea. Turning base now, folks. I can't see any airport whatsoever. Sherlock says my dog will be running even if to look at the bag of grated cheese in the fridge. Yeah, they'll eat anything. Some dogs will eat anything. Some dogs are very fussy. I'm kind of not wondering where the runway is now, to be honest with you. Let's just activate Toby Cam here. No, I can't see anything that suggests a runway. Golden Air. Let's switch to standard now. Is it telling us? Yes, it is. 135. It's going to give out to me now because I'm too slow. 135. Once, thrice, twice. QNH 1025. 135. Flight plan. Let's activate approach mode now, early on. Approach mode activated. Let's get the LS on. 17.3 miles. And we got an identifier, Romeo Alpha India. Oh, it kind of stops there, but we'll be on the ILS, don't you worry. We'll take over manually from the last waypoint. Now we're on it. There's the runway there. Right into the sun, folks. That could be a very dodgy approach. Because you won't see anything with the reflection of the sun over the water. Was that the Toby you were working there? Chinook says, yes, it's the Toby eye tracker. I recommend it. It didn't work well for DCS World because you're going to look right behind you in DCS World. But for flight sim like this, it's absolutely fantastic. It's just brilliant. You know, it really is. We got a new subscriber, Quaggy UK. Quaggy UK's back, folks. Has subscribed tier 1 for 6 months now. Quaggy, welcome and thank you so much. Quaggy, you're back. Happy days. Thank you so much for returning to the madness. We're going to go back now. We're going to go back to Montenegro. You know, we're going to park up at the gates. 12.5 miles to go now. I've got to get ready for our landing. So we're going to go back. We're going to park up the gates. I'm not going to do the replay until we get to Montenegro because it messes things up on me. It can do. So we're going to land here. We're going to go to the gates. We're going to take just a 5-minute break to get treats. Okay? I'm going to refill my glass. Then we're going to go back to Montenegro. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit. and we'll go back to Montenegro. And we get to Montenegro, we're going to taxi to the gates, then we're going to do the replay of both the landings. Is that okay with everybody? I hope so. So, rock and roll. Okay, here we go. I should take over manually here, really, shouldn't I? Just being lazy. Okay. Let's get my view set here. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect the autopilot, folks. Let me get the mouse here, because switch off the button here. And my aircraft, Cat 1, flaps 1, gear down. I'm a little bit late, so I want to slow down a little bit. So that's why I put flaps gear down at the same time. I need to slow down. Flaps 200 knots. Getting below that now. Because I was busy chatting, I didn't arm the spoilers. And I didn't put the speed brakes on. Speed brakes are on. Lights are on. Let's not go half scale if I can help it. Gears down 3 greens. Flaps 2. Flaps 3 is 185 knots, isn't it? So we're good for flaps 3. Flaps 3. Oh, big nose up there. Big balloon. I wanted to balloon quite significantly there at that stage of flaps, but we're still good. Speed checks. Full flaps. Now I was a little bit, you know, wasn't quite. One day I'm going to study the real world schedule for an airline and we'll do it that way. Oh, we're good. We're coming down to 140 knots now. I'll zoom out a little bit more. It's a bit of a funny angle. There we go. There's no peripheral vision on the sim, folks. And I'm remembering less is more with the control column. You know? Don't be doing this. You just want to finesse it on, don't you? So full flaps, gear down. Brakes are armed, spoilers are armed. I've got permission to land. And I'm going to be too high. I'm going to, at 500 feet I'm ignoring the instruments. I'm going to go completely visual. Because it doesn't quite, got a crosswind from the left. It's going to get very, very bumpy with that hill coming up. So I would have selected 145 knots there in that case. Getting way low now. You know, I would have added another 5 knots there. But I didn't really plan it for that. But thankfully it's not, it's 11 knots across us there.
100 above.
Okay, hands on throttles.
500. Minimum.
Continue landing. We're in half scale. And we get underneath the glide slope slightly now. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm visual now. Eyes are at the end of the runway. Eyes are at the end of the runway.
100.
That's the only way to do it. Power's mine. Need a little bit of power on that. See, at the last minute it's always too high. I don't know why the ballooning
50,
is.
40, 30, 20, retard.
Firm landing pace, there we go. Oh, it's at a little bit of a reverse thrust. It's getting squirrely, and of course the nose wheel comes flying down. And there's the reverse. 80 knots now. Reverse off, and we're good. Flaps back up. Always gets squirrely. There we go. And it didn't even stutter there, did it? I think I fixed that there. Great. Oh, brakes are off. Gripper sim. Oh, you dummy, now stopped on the bloody runway. Go on. Go on. You don't want to be doing that in real life. It's giving out about auto throttle off there. There we go. I'm going to stop here and clean up. I'm going to have a look around here at this fancy airport. Looks stunning. It really does look stunning. Just come off here and we'll get some parking. Now I'll go to a stop here. Nice, gently, and we'll clean up the aircraft. There we go. Parking brake on. And disarm. Spoilers. Brakes. Disarm. Which I did already. Transponder is and the TCAS is back to standby. That's all good. We want the landing lights off. But the nose light to taxi. Runway turn off lights are on. Have I forgotten anything? Oh god, I have. The APU 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. APU started for the turnaround. Let's park at the gate and we'll take a break. So let's see what Microsoft gives us with regards to parking. Buttons is probably about to show up and make an issue. Do you know, I think we caught Buttons there earlier on with that thing we gave her. That kind of calmed her down. I can hear her making noises behind me. Let's see what they say for parking here. Let's see what kind of nonsense they come up with. Shanok says almost reminds me of the approach to 36 at NC coming in over the coast. Yeah, it's a lovely approach coming in here. I have to... No, I don't want the 8s. I want the ground taxi. Turn to ground. No, nothing. Park where we like. Park brake off. A little bit apart. Let's park up at the gate here and have a look around. Nice small little airport. Sicily, folks. We've not been here before. Lonely Reaper says I can see Buttons' tail behind. Yeah, I can see it as well. It's hilarious. God knows what she's doing. I have absolutely no idea. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Now, let's see if we can... Oh, there's no gates here. Oh, we'll go up this way. There is some traffic. I have FSLTL traffic on. So go up here a little bit, see what we can see. Or, do you know what we should do? There's is that one of the boys up there ahead? The EasyJet? Keep going. Now, I'm just going to hop out while we're slowly taxiing along. Is there gates here? Great detail in this airport, you know. Well, there's gates. There's all the gates down here. So we will aim for... Let's tag up here and see who's with us. We will aim for... Oh, he's got... We'll aim for this station. There's too many steps there in the way. We are going to go to number 212. Gate 212. Is that gate 212 there? Yeah, let's see if we can go for 212. The marker's there. A320. Okay, that's the second one. That's just saving me from looking at the charts, to be honest. I'm so lazy, it's just shocking. There we go. 212. Let's hop in the cockpit here. And go to 212. Let's flying midge ahead. There's red cap. So you want 212. I'm surprised it didn't give us any parking. No, just push back only. Oh, we do. Excuse me. Taxi to gates. Taxi to gate 212 via taxiway. How bizarre is that? Isn't that hilarious? So I'm randomly picked 212. Oh. Right. Okay, flying midges in 212. That's okay, flying midge. So you stay there. I'll go to 211 or something. 210, which is the next one here. Parking gate 210. I'm going too fast. 210. Here we go. Now I'm going to ask you all a question here. I'm going to ask you a question. Some of you may or may not know. Nice. Come on, gently now. There we go. That's a guess. Now, parking back on. And this guy here should tell us, isn't it, how to keep going forward for a certain type of aircraft. I need to down software for this, and I can't remember what it is. And I'm sure a lot of people watching the stream are wondering, because this gives you taxi instructions, and I haven't downloaded the software. Where do I get it? And I couldn't see it anywhere. Does anyone know anything about that? If you do, let me know. Quag UK is saying, oh, the 212 is miles away. Oh, well. It's sending us all there. You know, Quag UK. Buds is waving at me, says Quag UK. Yes, she is. She's delighted to see you back. Quag UK has been with us for ages, folks. For a long, long time. So here we are. Let's have a quick look around. Let's Ghost Rider there before we take the break, and then we're going to go back and we're going to do the replays when we get back. So yeah, it's not the most complicated airport in the world. It's not the most amazing looking. It's a fairly... Oh, they've done the interior. Okay, that's acceptable. Can you go down the gate here? Oh, I can't actually get into it. Okay. Well, that's very good. It's just dark as well. So we'll have to brighten it up before we leave. You know, we'll have to brighten it up before we leave. I hit the wing off the gate there. So that's why I need those instructions from this gate thing here. Do you know what? Let's assume it later. Yeah, I'd say that's happened before, folks. Do you know, I would say most certainly. Can I get the jetway, please? Come on, get me the jetway. There we go. Oh. Alright. Okay. I'd say that's... Has that happened before? Can you imagine? Now, A320, I should be about 5 or 6 feet back there. Now, I'm not going to hit the Y button. But I want to sort that out. If I hit the Y button, it screws everything. Oh no, it has done it. That's odd, isn't it? It's just a graphical glitch, I think, folks. Anyway, the gate's connected properly. Now, I think we should shut down the engines. The APU is on. I'm going to put the APU bleed on just to keep the aircon going and whatnot. I believe that'll keep the aircon. There's the APU bleed there. I'll shut the engines down so we can do the turnaround. Engine 2 off, engine 1 off, and everyone can deboard. And then we're good. Okay, so folks, I'm going to go and just refill my glass. We're going to do the turnaround, the whole thing. Won't take long. We're just going through the stream. And we'll be good. Gripper hasn't reset his cameras back to himself. Huh? It's a bit odd there. Okay, that's just a glitch in the matrix there. I'm going to ignore that. Oh no, it had. Yeah. If I hit the Y button, will it screw it up, folks? Let's try it. I did that once before and screwed it all up. Maybe not. Now let's try see if we can get the gates. There we go. What the hell? No, it doesn't like that. Hit the Y button again. Oh, now it's fine. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Now I know what you meant, Lodi Reaper. Now I know what you meant. I'm reset. Yeah, dummy. So I didn't crash at all. I didn't hit the wing off the gate. I didn't set the camera back. Oh wow. That is just hilarious. I thought there was a glitch in the Matrix, and as it turned out, the glitch in the Matrix was me. Wow. Penny stock cocky UK says. Okay, so I'm gonna run out. Fill my glass. Let producer buttons out for a quick walk, and hopefully it'll be done within exactly 5 minutes. So I'm gonna give producer buttons the option to just head off. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Exactly. I'm gonna start the midweek break there, the next leg, and we'll be back with you very, very soon, folks. In exactly 5 minutes. See you soon. Oops, I was a bit late there. Black screen, dead air. Terrible. We're back. We're back. Flying Michi is headed off. Thanks for the flight, he says, and we'll see you again very soon, Flying Michi. Thank you very much, by the way, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Johnny F73. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, we were looking at... What's the chat gone? We're looking at this, okay, before we go. Cloppy D, thank you very much, Cloppy D. Cloppy D gave us a link here to what I was talking about here, the visual docking system. That's what it's called. So this thing over here, see this guy here? So that, I better not play any sounds here. That's the visual docking system. I've obviously never used that in real life, but it tells you exactly how far to go. So you don't hit anything with the wings, do you know? So you got cleared. So that'd be nice. Just a little detail like that is nice to have it. There you go, it says stop. So that's great. So that's kind of handy how it works. I don't know how much is it. Is it free? Systems. Overview features installation. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Where can I see it? Our launch customers are... Okay, you can see it a fair few places, okay? So I'll have to look into that. Thank you very much, Clappy D, for that. So it's a visual docking system. And you put a link in there on the chat in YouTube. Let's put that link... I'll put that link onto Twitch as well. Control copy. And into Twitch there. That's the link for the visual docking system. There you go, folks. Excellent. Evan McCarthy says, am I a pilot? I am not in the big jets though, in light twins and single engine pistons up to 5,700 kilograms. So I'm a flight instructor at the moment. So I instruct and a commercial flight instructor as well. But not in the big jets though, do you know? So I am. Now, I switched to daylight. And we have traffic. Red Cap sitting there waiting for me in the F-35. We have Slammed is waiting at the end of the runway. Slammed UK. Greetings, Slammed UK. Slammed to the UK. Just about kicking off here again. Oh, wow. You can see what's going on there. Okay, so let us get some views here and head back for my sins. So let's get sim brief up in here. There we are. Remember, if you're doing the turnaround, you got to switch your engines off. I don't know why that resets everything. Okay, new flight. We're departing from... I'm going to write this down if you don't mind. I just like to have this stuff written down. So I've got quite a bit written down. It just saves some time. Do you know, a little bit of pieces written down there does no harm. Let's get a piece of paper in there. Okay, so we are going from Punta Raisi. I can't pronounce it. Punta Raisi, Sicily. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. Punta Raisi. Raisi, maybe. To Montenegro. Lima, Yankee, Tango, Victor. Tivat, Montenegro. Great. That's that out of the way. So let me type that in. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet to Lima, Yankee, Tango, Victor. Airframe A320. That's all. Except I'm going to put a bit of extra fuel there, just to save myself some drama. It doesn't seem to keep the passenger. See, the passenger says auto. Let's just say if we have a full flight there, 180, right? Will it take it with the fuel we have? I don't know, but let's try that and see what happens. So 180. So we're expecting 180 passengers. So great, generate flight. Up into the cloud it goes. Yes, I'm going to overwrite the old one. That'll generate the flight, and happy days. Come on. Boom. It'll do, don't worry. Hop in. Let's get my seat adjusted. Everything else is set. Let's switch off that radar. I should have switched that off a long time ago. And then you see it's all reset here after switching the engines off. So let's go to init. Init request. Queue up. And also let's get our sim brief off. Sim brief panel is very handy. Flightsim.to. We go raw. I have to fetch the flight plan. Fetch it. Let's make sure I have the right flight plan. Lima into Charlie Juliet. Yes it is. There we go. And we've got our information. We've got a SID and a star. Happy days. So we're departing runway 25. And our SID is Romeo Oscar Sierra Alpha Sierra 5 Quebec. We are arriving into the star into runway 32 into Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Echo. Happy days. Our altitude 36,000 feet. Flight level 360. Very nice. And transition was 5,000 feet. 5,000. Trans 5,000. And a transition coming into Montenegro is 10,000 feet. That's all I need to know for now. Happy days. Very nice. That's where I got the altitude there, the level. And that's the, just to point out to you there, I know most of you know this, but if you're a newbie, let me know and stop me and ask questions, do you know? I'm very happy to do that. Shady's with us, is going to spawn if he gets a chance. And watch out for him. Punta Raisi says Redcap, thank you. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's a shocker, really. So if you're you know, let me know if you're new to it. I'm reasonably new to it. I've learnt on stream by asking, you know, everybody what to do. We're going to go around our 5. We accelerate that as we go. Cruise level we said was 360. 360. Flight level 36,000 feet. That temperature looks about right. Let's get our mass and balance done. We'll go over to the next one. Let's load up the aircraft then. I didn't deboard here, so what I have to do is go to flight. And it says load next, import next flight. See that there? Import next flight. Boom. And it'll import from sim brief. Don't worry about the times. Ground services are fine. Mass and balance, we need that. Let's load the aircraft instantly. No. You set all. Load aircraft. Oh shit. Okay, let's just go to my flight again here. And I balls it up. Tap to import from SimBrief. Great. It's very intelligent. Boom. There's the weather. Now let's go to mass and balance. I just kind of got a brain fart there. Load aircraft. Instant. See, 162 passengers. We wanted 180, so I don't know what went on there. Right. It may have gone. You've got too many passengers. The fuel you have, I don't know. That is the case. Disappearing there. Happy days. Very good. So we have 58.6 and 31.3. 58.6 and 31.3. Boom. Block fuel's taken for the sim brief. Boom. Lonely Reaper's back. Block fuel. Okay, there we go. Confirm block. That's good. Now let's go to performance and get our departure performance. As you were asking, Clappy, let's try that again. Double click on the V1. No, it's only the 737, the PMDG, that'll let you do that at the moment, because they don't have a PDF, isn't it? So we'll go back to performance there and get our free speeds. Come on. We are departing runway 25. 25, the runway is dry. Flat config is 1. Force toga, no, not with 3,326 meters. Anti-ice is off, packs will be on, yes, great. And we get the weather refreshed there, 1025. Calculate that. It's going to be a flex takeoff. Flex temperature 62 there. The speeds are, so the flaps are down 1. Flex temp is 62, 51, 51, 52. 51. 151, almost the same. And 152. Let's just double check that for shits and giggles. 151, 151, 152. Down 162. 62 into flex to temp, and flaps are 1. Down 0.1. Boom. Flex temp 62. Okay, that's so good. Let's go to the flight plan now. Flight plan. We are going to depart. Departure. 25. And it's Ros. Ros. Looking for the oars here. 5 Quebec. 5 Quebec there. Romeo Oscar Sierra. Alpha is here. Yeah, and then Sierra dropped and 5 Quebec. It's close to get. I don't know why it drops 1. It's be a mystery. Insert that, and our destination for our arrival is Tazi into runway 32. Localizer set 32. Take that one there. Okay, fine. 32 would be manual anyway, and the star Tazi. Come on. Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Echo. 1 Echo. It's exact. Great. Boom. Insert. That's our flight plan done. Let's just check that out. Let's go to plan mode. Leave it at 20 miles out. Let's just double check all the dots are lined up. There's no discontinuities. Boom, 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 boom. All very nice and oh, what the deuce? I don't want to do a hold. Interesting. That looks like a hold to me. So we're coming around. We're doing a hold. Or are we? Then we come out of the hold. Somehow. And we come down this way. I've not seen that before, is what I'm, you know. That's odd. So we come out here. It looks like we turn in here. But how is it exiting? Okay. It looks like a hold. Let's learn something new. Let's just have a look here. That looks a bit odd. I've never seen that before. Let's see if we can find it in the charts here. Lima, Yankee, Tango Victor. Boom. Arrival. I'm not very good at these arrival plates. I haven't seen these for a while, if ever. In fact, it was my ATPLs because I don't use them because I'm not flying up this high. I wonder, is it an unusual? No. Anyway, let's just get in the air and we'll worry about it on the way. That'll give us something to talk about. Hi, can you explain how to make a route in Fenix A320? Do you know what? Thank you very much, KLS. That's some KLS Pistus? KLS Pistus. You don't have to make a route. It's a good news. Pilots don't have to make up the routes. That's up to ops, right? And I'll explain it to you now. You just missed it there. So what you need to do, right? And if you don't mind, folks, I'll show them, right? Because it's actually easy. I was very confused with this, right? Go create an account in SimBrief. If you don't know, if you know this already now, Pisces, I may actually been. How do I make one? I don't make them. I just get it off SimBrief. You want the departure, great, but not the arrival. It's the arrival I was looking at there. But bear with me and I'll answer this guy's question. So maybe if you want to make one, right? I'm not answering your question, but I just take it off SimBrief and it just has them there, the real world ones, right? Let me know if you want to expand on that. But what you can do is you can use Navigraph, and you can make up flight plans on Navigraph. Okay, but you have to pay for that. It's €10 a month. So you can use Navigraph to make them up, and it's very easy to make them up. So does that answer it, KLS? Pisces, let us know. Right, let us know. Balsam says you want the departure plate gripper, not the arrival. Have I stuffed that up? Yeah, because I'm looking at my arrival into Montenegro. Have I stuffed that up here? Let's just double check that. LYTV. Let's make sure it's the right place. And there's our approaches. And we're going into runway 32. That's just the plates for the ILS. But I'm thinking here, standard instrument arrival plates. That's what I was looking at there. But anyway, we'll worry about that in the cruise, because that is a little bit of a hole there of knowledge there from my part. Okay, so let's go back to ARC mode. Just follow to that. We'll talk about it on the cruise. Okay, so flight plan's done. Let us get pushback ready. APU bleed is on, masters on, the APU masters on and running. That's all good, that's available. Let's get the pushback then and get out of here, shall we? So let's go and get rid of the chocks and cones and everything. Let's go to Fenix here. Let's go to ground services. All the stuff's removed, that's fine, and the gate's gone away. Happy days. Let's get the tug. No tug available. We want to... There's got to be a tug available. We want to turn and have the tail to the left as I see it. So let's get back. Park brake off. Start. Let's get engine number 2 started. Let's switch the to ignition start there, and engine number 1. Engine number 1 is kicking off there, and 2 is kicking off. Happy days. On taxi, yeah. Stroke should be actually on auto there. All the rest is fine. There's someone there beside us, backtracking as well. Now there's the yellow line there. So I'm going to try and get us on that yellow line. KLS Pisces, thank you very much. I hope that helped. Oh, that's okay, Valstor. Look, I make mistakes all the time. Do you know? The tail should go that way. There we go. It's all about the tail. So we're going to have another golden air approach. I like the golden air approaches. You know. And we'll stop there. Stop. Park brake back on. Park brake on. And dismiss the tug. Tug's gone. Excellent. Ugh. Let's tag down a little bit. There's a Ryanair flight there. Look at him. There goes the tug. Interesting, it says no tug available. There was one. And let's get ready to move. Let's get the park and brake off then, and we'll do the rest as we go. Adding a little bit of power and feet on pedals. Let's get the chat up here properly. There we go. Oh yeah, Fly Live. Thank you very much. That was from Lonely Reaper. Wow, so much to do here. I'm just going to change Fly Live here. So, Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet, and thank you very much for reminding me. Lima, Yankee. Good. Now, how's that reset for us? Excellent. Let's go. Jesus. Are we going backward? That bloody tug didn't go away. It's the feckin' tug. I told you to go away. Go away. Go away, tug. The tug pushes back. God's sake. Oh, good God. The tug did a... I'm not taking responsibility for that. Why should I? Why should I? Oh, sorry, the camera's all screwed up there now. Let's get the controls here. So, for takeoff here. There we go. Oh, I have to twist that all the way around here. Bear with me, I'm doing two things at once here. Taxiing and adjusting the camera. There we go. And there. That'll do. That'll do. Bloody hell. Come on, let's go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loudspeakers
here.
overhead soundproof locker.
So I'm going to take the next right onto that taxiway, and then we're good. We're golden. We're good. Okay, so flaps, spoilers. Good.
All personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones,
AP bleed off. We don't need the AP master anymore. Lights are set to taxi. That's fine.
Throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of
we are going up to initially 36,000 feet. I'm going to set up right at 36 because we've got no ATC. That's set.
Those of you who are mentally compromised will also
Auto brake.
be offered alcohol, but smoking e-cigarettes is
Set to max.
definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing Reaper Team for your flight, and we hope
Look at
you
those hills
enjoy
there.
this
That is
journey with us.
fantastic. This is a great little route. I would never. I was just looking around to see if there's anything interesting, but hilly areas can be kind of interesting. You got more to see, really, isn't it? In this part of Europe, and it's a nice trip because you go from Sicily over, cross the boot of it, not the boot, but cross Italy, and then over to Montenegro. There we go. Let's just get that settled there. Let's put the flaps down. Flaps down 1. The flaps going down. Flaps are set. Good. And that's it for the moment until we line up. We want to put the radars and transponder on. I'm sure we can put the predictor wind shear on now. It's already on. Fine. Let's set the takeoff config. It's all green, and we got the FS on. We've got our constraints on as well, and we're good to go for takeoff. Happy days. Handbrake off. Yeah, it was handbrake's off, all right. That was from earlier on, I think. Lonely Reaper's back, folks. Don't forget to reverse fly. Oh, thank you, Clavity. So we're all good. We're going back. I'm going to increase the speed on the way back, and see if we can get there quicker. So KLS, let me know. Yeah, SimBrief is great. You can make them up, but I tell you what, SimBrief, you know, because pilots don't make up. They've got a whole planning department on these jets. They've got a whole planning department that do all, and they just get in, and the flight plan is there, and they just put in the flight plan. But they need to know how to add and delete the flight plan, right? And do holds and stuff. But your best bet if you want to do this is to use SimBrief, and it's so much easier. I could be bothered making, because you know, there's actually a lot involved in making up the flight plans, do you know, and that's the planning department. That's a qualification in itself. It's a lot of work. SimBrief is brilliant. So create. I hope I answered your question. I wasn't too sure how to create a flight plan or get the flight plan into the computer. You just create. You create You log into flight plan. Sorry, you log into SimBrief. Oh, I messed that up. You log on to SimBrief, then you log on to your Fenix Airbus or whatever aircraft you're using, and that will just download the SimBrief flight plan. It's great. I'm going to come to a halt here now, put all of my stuff on. We want, should be really be doing this as you're lining up. TA only please, and transponder onto standby, and we're all good to go. Takeoff config's all good, it's all green, and we're ready to go. So 50% of the throttles, folks. 50%. There we go. 50% is set, and that's stable. And takeoff to flex. Man, flex. SRS, runway, and auto throttle is blue. A bit forward on the stick though. And we're off again, folks, on the return trip to Montenegro. I want to get those sounds. Get that central line in between your feet. Dum, 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 dum. I want to hear that. 110 knots now. Crosswind's not helping. It's very hard to keep it on the runway, and it's not like that in the real world, I'm sure. V1, rotate. Keep it on the central line, it's madness. Nice, gently, up we go. Positive rate, gear up. There's a VOR right at the end of the runway there, can you see it? Gear up. Activate autopilot 1. Autopilot 1 active. Flaps coming up. There's the flaps up. Look at that view for the departure. Look at that. That is a cool place. You used to think not a lot of people have downloaded this at all, and I'm really delighted. Look how cool that is. 1500 feet. We want power back to flex. Sorry, power back to climb. Climb mode set. Flaps are up. Gear is up. Lights off. That should take off. All good. Sicily is an interesting place to fly to, folks. That's really cool scenery. There's one of our peeps there, tagging up. Very nice. It's not showing all the tags though. Very annoying. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. There it is. Once I go into the cockpit, it shows it. That's slammed 3D, but it's not, there you go. Slammed. That's slammed 3D UK. And the Airbus as well. And the others are behind us there. And we're climbing. 6,000 feet. Let's switch to standard now. Oh, it's down for standard. There we go. Standard once, standard twice. And I'll leave the center. Standard the Q and H. Sorry. Standard once, standard twice. I'm going to leave the center on the Q and H for the moment. I'm going to leave that on Q and H. Let's disarm the spoilers. Did I take the brakes off? No. Disarming the brakes. So brakes are good. So flaps are up. Spoilers disarmed. Gears up. The brakes are off, lights are off, and that's after takeoff checklist complete there. Next, constraint is plus 5,000 feet, so we're going to be 5,000 feet or higher. Let's zoom out a little bit. And we're on our way. I'm going to increase the speed once we get to our cruise. Now we can look out a little bit. And I just disconnect the cameras just temporarily for a moment, and I'll have a look at the chat. Oops. Boom. Boom. That's so cool. Let's declutter there for the moment. Let's declutter. There we go. Handbrake off, says Quag UK. Yep, the handbrake's off. Lonely Ripper says, Grippers, don't forget to change Fly Live. Was that from earlier on? I think that was from earlier on. Has Fly Live been changed? Time to go 1 hour 18. Lima into Charlie Juliet to Lima Yankee. And that's fine. Yeah, that's all good. That was from earlier on. You gave that chat to me. Happy days. Do hit the like button if you're on YouTube. And the equivalent there on Twitch. You can follow on Twitch if you've watched it more than once. You know, do a follow on Twitch helps the channel, folks. It helps the channel when you follow. If you find you're going to watch it now and again, you kind of watch 10 minutes. You know, you kind of watch 10 minutes here and there. When you hit the follow button, it's just kind of on your channel list, your favorites, you know. So if you're on Twitch, who's on Twitch now? Let me see how many's on Twitch there. It looks like, oh, there's not many on Twitch actually at all. No. Three people on Twitch. Wow. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's very quiet. It is 8:30, I suppose. People are having their tea. I do find my schedule drop there. Was it last week? Was it a day last week where I got stuck in traffic again? Something came up anyway. I don't think I was stuck in traffic, but there was something. You know, I had to go to Dublin. And I didn't get back in time, and I knew I wouldn't get back in time. I will put a post in Discord though. But that just screws things up because people, you know, a couple of weeks people will drop off and not watch it. Because it wasn't there, you know, on the schedule time. It makes a big, it's very important to be on schedule. There we go. Let's get a passenger view. Keeps doing that with the cameras. It's making up its own mind there with the cameras. Now, I'm going to start accelerating the aircraft. Viciously. Let's do that. Let's get this trip down below 55 minutes now, a fair amount. So my speed? 345 should do the trick. And push it towards me. Pull it towards me, should I say. And we're going to accelerate. 345 knots way up here. And you'll see that time. Oops. That time will begin to wither away. We passed 10,000 feet there a while ago. Sorry about that there. We'll put that lights off. Safety belt signs off, and we're in the cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may relax your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use while you lever.
The climb is only 400 feet a minute there, probably because of... I don't know why it's 400 feet a minute there. Now we've got 48 minutes to go, so it's going to accelerate. Now, what's the optimum altitude here? Go to the prog button. 35,000 feet. Now, I'd like to get the winds in. You can program the winds to get the upper winds in here and all that kind of stuff. So, where was that? Is it Atsu somewhere? Weather. Weather required. I have the weather. Let's just see what we get here. TV. That's just the emitter on the top though. I don't need that. It'll give me a message and you can print it out here in the printer. In the real aircraft, it doesn't have the printing option here on this model. But I'd like to get the upper winds. So I don't remember where to get the upper winds. So you can look at the actual sim brief. Let's have a look at sim brief here. Let's go to raw data here. Zoom in a bit. That's scrolling up and down. I want to zoom in. No, it won't let me zoom in. That's very annoying. To get the upper winds there, folks. That isn't going to work for us there. But what I can do... No, not you. Get another graph open here. And give it to us here. That is about 30,000 feet. That's 34. We'll go to 36. So 30. Oh, it doesn't have 36. We've got 34. Zoom in there. Yeah. It's a crosswind all the way, so we've no headwind or tailwind really. So say the forecast is not going to make much of a difference. It's going right across us. How do I get out of that then? So it's just crosswind all the way. You know? So that's not going to make much of a difference. Typically, the lower you get, the less wind you have, so I don't know why it's giving us... Well, the higher the better, really, you know, the air's less dense, so... 25. Let's stick at 36 then. There's the wind there. Slight tailwind, very slight. So let's have a look at the flight plan and see we have 343 miles to go. Nautical miles, that is, of course. Let's get the camera back on, excuse me. Boom. So thanks to Quaggy UK, who resubscribed Tier 1 for 6 months now. Thank you very much, Quaggy. It says evening all. And thank you to G-Cook Scotland earlier on as well, who resubscribed Prime for 2 months in a row now. 4 in total. And to Flying Michi, who gifted a Tier 1 sub to Johnny F73. So thank you all of you there. I appreciate it. Quaggy says it's a bit busier on YouTube. Yeah, 13 watching on YouTube today. More people are watching on YouTube than they are on Twitch, and that's because the big boys are on. Do you know the ones who've been doing it for 7 years? I've been streaming for 7 years. Do you know? I'm only doing it for what? Maybe 1.5, maybe 2 now on the stream. So, but it does take a while. Not a good time of evening if you want to get followers, they say. But look, you know, everyone's home at that hour. I'm home at that hour, you know, and I gotta keep it consistent. So it is what it is, but it gets busy sometimes. Okay, so we're blasting it there. Can we get another few knots? Probably not. I'm going to have to slow down in a bit. We're going a little bit too fast. We're going down to 40 knots now. And we get higher, we get faster. So the time will start to bleed off. 37 minutes to go. That'll certainly slow us down. Just making sure those lights are retracted. Yep. Well, very good. Let's use flying with us. Oops, sorry folks. Let's flutter up. It's not giving the tag of that person up here. It's giving a white livery because I don't have that livery. That's all. That looks like a 7... What is that? Is that a 737? Let's see if we go out further where we get the tag. Even from this altitude, it's just stunning with the wind lanes there and the sea. Do you know, they never had that in X-Plane. Nothing close to it. Not a lot of traffic here because you got the real traffic on the real world weather. There is the volcano there. There's another one of the boys. I can barely see their strobe lights there. There is the volcano, Mount Etna. There's us. Excellent. I would like a higher rate of climb, do you know that? It's like 1,400 feet a minute. It just seems a bit odd. Let's increase that a little bit, shall we? Oh, here it happened again there. Look, it's not, it didn't hit the... So push that in. Okay, get rid of you. We'll go in as well. Push that in. Now let's see if that increases. (1,300 feet a minute). Let's increase then the rate of climb to 2,500 feet a minute. Push towards us. Get up there. Now we're getting a climb here, see? Now we're going to get up there. (2,500 feet a minute is what we want. Crosswind there, 51 knots. 52 knots now. It'll probably start to increase on the next 6,000 feet. Because we've got 5,000 feet to go now. While we're waiting for that to happen, let's get ready for our approach. So let's go to the weather at where we're arriving to. That's alternate. What am I doing there? Lima Yankee Tango Victor. QNH is 1022. Let us go to performance. Managed. Set managed as well. Approach 1022. We can change it if it changes. Temperature at Montenegro is 6 degrees. Temperature 6. Boom. And the magnetic wind on the ground at 6 meters is 150 at 1 knots. No wind. 150/01, which is nothing. And the transition level is 10,000 feet, which I have recorded already. Let's get our minimums here and let's work out this odd approach, shall we? Approach. We're coming into runway 32. Okay, it just has the localizer. I see. So we're going to do manual approach for sure. That's the V to go now. So we're class C. So 1,370 feet. Missed approach climb gradient. Class C. Missed approach climb gradient 5. What's the difference between this one and this one? Do you know? What's the difference between the two of them? This is higher and this is lower. So what am I missing here? I'm going to go with the higher one, 1,480. 1,480. 1,480. These are minimums in the barrel. Landing config is full, and that's that done. Radnav. Let's double check the frequencies. 111.3, 11.3, and the approach course is 334, and 334 is done. Also, it has VOR there. Where is the VOR? Okay, that's off. That's not on this chart. That's fine. And we have actually an NDB here, 345. So let's put in 345 here. 345 ADF1. Set managed speed. No, I won't set managed speed because we want to get there quicker. Ooh. I knew that was a bit dodgy climbing at that altitude. We're going very slow. There we go. Managed speed is now set. Come on, accelerate. What's going on here? 84%. We shouldn't be going at 200 knots up here, folks. Really? The nose so high? Close to a stall. Interesting. Let's just take over the speed there for the moment. Come on, what the deuce? It ain't accelerating, folks. What on earth has happened here? No, I didn't do that. I'm going very, very slow. Surely we have more power than that. Let's just out of curiosity disable the auto throttle there. And add some power. What the hell's going on here? Is it because we're so high? Am I losing the plot here? We're not even close to the red. Oh, because we're so high. Wow. But I thought I'd see the speed tape. I want to go faster, so I thought I'd see the speed tape going to red there. Yeah. Really? Max 6.61? That ain't right. There's no way that's right. Stop climbing, please. You're going to kill us in Coffin Corner now. I thought the Mac would be 0.85 or something. Our 0.6. Clappy D says, yeah, maybe a couple of morning streams during the week. Yeah, absolutely. I did do that, remember? And that was great. But I can't at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I need to see if I do it on and off. I have to have a schedule in the mornings. This is the problem. And I can't get the schedule in the mornings. Yeah, Clappy D, you're absolutely right. In the mornings would be a good idea. You know. So maybe I just do it randomly in the mornings. Do you know? What's going on with you, man? What's going on with this? I might have done something very strange here. Something very strange is happening. We're going very, very slow. I just thought the speed tape would be higher. And we're definitely going too slow. 0.6. That's not acceptable, is it? Do we have ice, maybe? Let's see, put the auto throttle back on there and see. Our TV wants to go to sleep. It's just not accelerating. It's going to accelerate. We're under 200 knots now, decreasing slightly. I don't know what's going on here. This is very peculiar. It's like we're just too high. You see it's climbing again now. It won't level off at 36,000 feet. Slowing down still, very slowly. I'm reading the right. Is this? We should be at 0.77 and we're 0.6. So why won't it accelerate? That is very, very strange. You're in managed with no autopilot. Disconnected again. That's because we're not at our right altitude. Your autopilot came off there. That wasn't 1,000 feet to go. Right, we're going off course, of course, aren't we? Let's get back on course here. Otherwise the autopilot won't engage. So it's very strange. I can give it. It's just the speed that started me off playing with the autopilot and the auto throttle. See, I don't want to bring the nose up now. Do you know? I do not want to bring the nose up. I'm going to go to 32,000. Bloody switches. Yeah. Come on, easy now. It's just flying so slow, isn't it? I don't like that. That's back on track now. Now it's accelerating. But not as it should be. 41%. It's idle thrust. Look how slow we're going. Okay, it's accelerating now. We have 33 minutes to go and I'm trying to get that quicker. Okay, so looks like it's accelerating now. Okay. That was, I don't know what I did. What did I do? Now we're going. Now we're sucking diesel. Okay, now I gotta change the Mac. Maybe it didn't like the speed I was going at or something. Let's increase it then. It's back. 8.3 then, and push the needle towards us. Just about there. 8.1 will do. No, 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 you big LICJ. 8.1. There we go. Not accelerate. Oh, it's acceleration now. It's very strange. 85%. There's red cap down below. Cross the spine of Italy again, folks, on the way back. We just crossed the coast a minute ago or two. And if you look down here, that is the spine of Italy, folks. Down there. There's red cap. What else do we have with us? Ghost Rider. And Slam 3D UK. Okay, it's accelerating slowly now. So something happened when okay, what happened was I increased the vertical speed in the climb. And I thought in the back of my mind, don't be careful. Surely it'll do 2,500 feet a minute, but not at this altitude, isn't it? So I went slow. I went to level off. It leveled off, but kept very slow speed. It didn't accelerate with the speed of it low the nose. I don't know. It's I don't know why that is. We're back to normal now. Now we're sucking diesel, and now it's 23 minutes to go. Very nice. So I've checked the radios. I've checked everything else. We have this strange. Let's go to plan mode here. Let's go 20 miles out and let's see about that arrival. Spaghetti Junction, eh? Come out. I don't know what it's going to do, but let's just follow it and see what happens for shits and giggles. What I could do while I'm far out, I could just go direct to here. But it could be descending over here to keep away from mountains in the valley here. Do you know what I mean? But that doesn't make any sense. Let's just see what happens. I've never seen anything like that before. It's very strange. Oh, poor Lonely Reaper's dealing with a child, and he's missed lots. Well. Balsam says your autopilot and auto throttle were off, and you managed mode and no autopilot. Yeah, I was trying to switch off the autopilots there and trying to experiment there. That's what happened there, Valstrom. I was pressing buttons, not knowing what was going to happen. I was just trying to disable everything and add a manual thrust. Do you know? Yeah, let's see if we go back up to 36,000 feet again, shall we? Let's go back to arc mode here. And let's go back up to 36,000 feet. Let's see what happens if we go up to 36. Push it in. Now let's see what happens. I'll just remove my camera if you don't mind for a moment there, folks. Oops. There we go.
Setups. Let's just jump on here a little bit. There, oil pressure.
Oh, sorry, folks. Very good. Very good. So now we're climbing fine. So it's me flip-flopping around again with the vertical speeds is the problem. .500 feet a minute. We're going to have to descend right after we've got to the top of climates that are there. That's our descent. Very good. Yeah, so morning streams, I just need to get that time. It's just keep getting distracted. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting approach, I can tell you that much. This Ghost Rider ahead of us. Yeah. Okay. Just looking here. Looks a bit messed up down here, but it's obviously resumed out quite a bit. What is the absolute altitude? Looks like 37.8. So we're not far away. 158 miles to go. It seems a lot longer on the way back. It does seem a little bit long on the way back. Let's have a look at some music then again. A little bit of atmosphere. Put it back down to 9. Bloody Ripper says this flight's going well at least. Yeah, it went well on the way there. See now when we get there. Ah, there's some tags. There's Red Cap. Ghost Rider head. There's slammed 3D UK. Slams in an Airbus. Red Cap's and actually VTOL aircraft there, military jet. But it's showing up as a jet. I have to get that jet one day. I keep threatening to. I really should. I told him I would. I said Red Cap, I would get that aircraft. Maybe it's on sale, just so I can see Red Cap, you know. It's actual aircraft. I'm going to write this down. VF-35. Red Cap. Because he did donate quite a bit, do you know. He has supported the channel. Also, let's have a look at that website I had up. Visual docking system. So after the stream I'll do those. Probably tomorrow. Visual docking system. I think I went to buy the VF-35 there a while ago. And it wasn't on the Microsoft store. Maybe that's what happened, because I won't buy it. I don't want to buy anything off the Microsoft store, because when you're upgrading it, you got to go looking for it. We've gone very quiet, it says Lonely Reaper. We have. We're very quiet. It's that part of the cruise. You know, we've been streaming now for 3 hours. Now, here's the thing, folks, that worries me, right? We're doing a trip on the way back. So when we go back, it gets juddery on approach, doesn't it? And we haven't figured that's happening to a lot of people. I looked into it on the way back. Sorry, I looked into it yesterday after the stream, and I couldn't find anything. I looked this morning as well, and I don't know what's going on. Some people are saying they're ignoring it. You know, I tried the whole disconnecting from the internet thing. I didn't have a cache, but I made one. I made a cache, so hopefully that will fix it. Foster says he's waiting for Grip to press more buttons. I know. See, this is why I don't like the long cruises, because you're just sitting here fat, dumb, and happy, aren't you? There's nothing to do except to send now shortly, and then things will kick off, which is pretty much 15 miles out. Now I should slow down, so we're going to go back to mock mode. So things are starting to heat up now. So I'm going to slow down. Get back into the speed range that the aircraft accepts, or the computer, should I say, will understand. No messages. I'm just silent there a little bit. I was thinking, you know, I want to start flying other stuff now. I need the time. If I was here all day tomorrow now, I'd start playing around with the 737 before the stream, so I had a clue. Because I do go for the PMDG, and it's I want to do more of that. So I'm kind of comfortable with this now at the moment. I did say I wanted to produce errors and have terrible things happen, you know, produce problems, but it's not going to. I'd like to have engine failures that go around, but you gotta reset the whole thing. You know, you can't record it properly. Anyway, yeah, I think the 737 is next. I need to do more of that. That'd be a bit of fun. But then sometimes people go, "Oh no, you're not flying the Airbus now." There's an Airbus. There's a few Airbuses coming out in the next few months, though. That'll be nice. You used to have the F-35. Well, VF-35. Yeah, I did used to have it. So I have to find that now, see, because it wasn't on the store, you know. And when you reinstall everything, as you do, you forget about this stuff that you paid for, and you got to go looking for the company you downloaded from to send out. Let's start that descent off. And we'll be on profile now shortly. Very nice. And we're slowing down a little bit. So we're descending now, folks. A long descent. Now, what if I speed up the airplane? Will not mess things up? It's going to speed up anyway. So we let it speed up a little bit. It's going to ask us for more drag down in a minute, but it's going to raise the nose down slightly to keep on profile. So we're on our way in, folks. Barry G2 C700. Rings a bell there, that name. Recap says, wouldn't want you buying twice if it's sitting in your hard drive somewhere. You had to reinstall. Yeah, I reinstalled the whole sim again, trying to get rid of the jutters and trying to figure out what that was. So I don't know where I bought it, but I'll have a look. It could be. I just have to look for it. Actually, I'll do it now. Right, let's do it now. Let's have a look here. VF35, isn't it? VF35. VF35. Flight simulator. VF35 flight simulator. Who is it? FS. Do you know what, Redcap? If you tell me where you got it, because it might be one or two of them. You got yours from Orbex. I don't know if I bought it from Orbex. I wouldn't have bought it from Orbex. But they're just distributing it, you see. Just Flight. F-35 Lightning II from Just Flight. Here, I'll log out to Just Flight. Maybe I had... Let's log on to Just Flight here and see. Thing here. Steam gauge overhaul. 6 Hawk. Tomcat. Hard deck. No, I didn't buy it from... I didn't buy it from them, oddly enough. Didn't buy it from Just Flight. Orbex, let's have a look at Orbex. Let's look at Orbex there. I have the... Oops. Let's have a look at Orbex Center. Ah! I hate that. Sorry, folks. Oh, it's on the wrong window. Now it's on the right window. Brilliant. Orbex. Right, my products. I have to log in again. No, I don't. Where are you? Orbex Central. My products. No. Store. Aircraft. F-35 Lightning, it's not much out. 50 quid! $50! I did have it. Where did I get it? You see, is it the same one? Who made the... It's the Lightning 2 you have, isn't it? So I did have it, didn't I? Let me know if it is... Oh, let me know if it is this one. Is it that one, Redcap? Because they might be just distributing it, you see. India, Foxtrot, Echo Visual Simulation, so it's them. Fox simulations. Oh, here we go. Just buttons kicking off again, folks. Good talk. Good talk, producer buttons. Now, if you just take it easy. Come on, guys, give me a list of your aircraft. Yeah, they're distributing into Fox simulations. Can I buy it from here, though? No. It's a very messy website. F30 beta test book tracker. Where's your store? Where is their store? See, I don't think they have a store. They don't seem to have a store at all. No. So maybe I didn't have it. Maybe I had something like it. 23,000 feet an hour, still descending. We're on profile and on speed, all good. We have the toilet flushing there. Just the buttons is kicking off. Let's get the camera back. Just the buttons clear. Come over here, please. Back up. 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 Please back up, buttons. Please back up. Good job. Well done. Back up. Back up. Back up. Sure you know what that means, buttons. Come on, back up. Good talk. Good talk. Don't go in there, please. Thank you. Good talk. Oh god, it started again. It's begun. Produce the buttons. It's gonna drive us crazy all the way down. All the way down. Produce the buttons started again, folks. It's 21:16 now. It's 9. It's 9. It's 9:15. Produce the buttons. Let's get the chat out here. Oh, just let me get the chat buttons. I'm just trying to get the chat there. Just the buttons. I just want to read the chat there. If you let me. Yeah. I know it's quite late. I know. We just started to go back buttons. I know you're not happy with that. Oh. Sniffy. Sniff. You just want to say hello, producer buttons, isn't it? Producer buttons, just in the descent there. Producer wants to say hello, isn't it? Good talk. You're doing a great job at producing producer buttons. You can't climb up here, producer buttons. Yeah, it's longer on the way back. I will say that much. Red Cap says, must have gone up with everything else. I think I paid 35 to 40 pounds. That'd be in dollars, yeah. You definitely had it though. I had a good look before you buy it again. I'll have a good look. You used to laugh at me landing vertically in front of you and it was showing the right skin. Okay, Red Cap, thank you. So I do have it somewhere. I wonder is it in the store? I'll just look. I'll have a look. If Gripper got it from the Sim store, it should be in the owned content for him downloaded. Yeah, it should be. I'd like to check it now, but then I'll come out of the Sim, you see. And I don't want to do that, come out of the flight. So I will look for it. Lonely Reaper says I'll find it at the Sim store. That's where he got his. Great. It was in the Flight FS store, he said. He used to have the F-35. Great. Okay, so it's there somewhere. But it should be installed, you know? It should be installed. There we go. It's getting dark now. Will we leave it at dark? We leave it at the dark. This crazy madness is about to happen, folks. 17,000 feet. Producer buttons, please stop trying to go in there. You know what she's doing, folks. She wants a treat. She knows I get worried if she goes behind them. Good dog, thank you. She knows. She knows. She's down here. She knows what she's doing. I know exactly what she's doing. What am I to do with you? She's not going to stop. Let's see if she stops. Okay, so this madness is about to begin. Alright, we'll just go with it. We'll go with it. We'll see what happens. And you know, the crazy madness. Lonely Reaper says Buttons wants to learn cable management. I think so. I think she wants to fly the airplane. You can't see the little tail wagon here, it's hilarious. Can you see the tail wagon there? No. It's hilarious. Too cute for school, folks. 14,000 feet now. 10,000 feet, I got work to do. We're going to put the landing lights on. We're going to activate approach mode. We're going to secure the passengers. Did I say the lights? 3 hours, 22 minutes I've been streaming for. Good. Let's hope, right? If this doesn't get all choppy in the way down, like it does some days after a long stream, maybe having a cache is the thing. A rolling cache. Because I didn't have one at all. Everyone was saying, you know, remove your rolling cache. Do you know? Okay. So, just the buttons. What is it you're looking for? You're looking for a scratch. Just the buttons. Okay, 3,300 feet to go. Unwise to be talking to the cockpit, apparently. You know. Like, give her a treat and that and stuff. Are you looking for a treat? There's a treat. I think we'll appease producer buttons, folks. I have no choice. It's been a long stream. She's been ignored for quite a while. I think we'll give producer buttons a treat. I think that's what's happening. Buttons wants to learn cable management loads to Reaper. Random Phillips back. How close are we to Montenegro? We're actually Random Philip. You've joined at the right time. Producer Buttons is a little bit nervous, she says, about this whole quagmire, about this business here, right? And she also wants a treat. Yeah, okay, that's definitely a treat. Oh wow, she's loud bark. Okay, let's just do this bit, and I'll run. Landing lights on. Does no light come on to take off? We'll put on the lights there. We'll get the passengers sorted out. So going to start getting loud again. Also, we will activate approach mode, and I'll run out. It'll only take a few minutes. There's approach activated. 9,000 feet. 10,000 feet is for the QNH, which is to be. Oops. See what happens, right? Ah! Stop it. Ah! 1022. It's going to give out to me next. I'm so slow. 1022 once. No. No. 1022 twice. 1022 twice. Okay, buttons, we're going to go out. She's gone right behind the cables now. Folks, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I swear to God. We'll be back very soon. We won't crash. Everything will be fine. Oh yes, she went right behind the cables. There's a threat. Come on, use the button street time. Come on, you get your things out. Don't mind, I don't want to bend here where it should be. And then you're going to get your treat. Okay. Oh my God. These treats are okay. Okay. Now, Mother of God. Let's get into that cockpit. Oh God. What's happened? Okay, so we're approaching it like it's a hold here. around, and I don't know how it's going to turn in here. 6,000 feet, a little bit below, that's fine. Slowing down nicely. 18 miles to go as the crow flies, but we actually have 16 miles to go. This is going to be interesting. As soon as it's dark, let's get the controls set up here so you can see what's happening. Is that too dark, that camera? Can you even see? Can you? You can. My hands are very bright, but this, it's all black, you see. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be very interesting. Manual. Is that when it says we're vectored in? No? Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Recap says rolling cache shouldn't be an issue for you with your download speed, surely. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Someone said to try it, and I deleted rolling cache, and I didn't have one, so I added one. Some random Phillips said, what's wrong with the flight plan? And I think producer really wants her thing, and she got it. She just ran off there. But she's going back to bed now. Great. Some random Phillips says, this is probably a dumb question. No, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Random Phillip in aviation. But he asks, what does the ECAM say ignition? The ECAM says ignition? ECAM, where does it say? You're right. And you're absolutely spotted something very good there. Right? That's because this feckin' thing isn't on normal mode. Why was it in the green though? Do you know? So that wasn't a stupid question. See, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Not set to Norm Ballstrom says exactly. Exactly. So now we're way below. Okay, now what we're going to do here, right? I'm going to go direct to... Okay, this is a hold of some sort. I'm going to go direct to Gold Suit here. Direct Gold Suit, because that's just like it's put in a hold there. There we go. And that'll take over manually, and everything will be fine. So we're going to start our approach now, folks.
We'll be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position, and your safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendant
That should be on, by the way.
will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead.
Yeah, we're stuck in diesel.
On behalf
Okay,
of the
29 miles out.
we would like to thank you for taking a massive risk during this
Speed is good.
dangerous flight. Thank you.
A little bit nervous about this one. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. We're in the pitch black, and hopefully everything will be okay. Let's have a look outside and see. We're in the dark. I have the wing lights on. Oh, sorry for taking you out there, folks. My apologies. There we go. Any likes? Who's watching on YouTube? Hit the old like button there on YouTube if you can. 11 watching. There's 2 of you on YouTube watching. Very quiet. Very quiet on YouTube. More chatty on YouTube though. Or sorry, it's only 3 watching on YouTube. No, There's only 3 watching on Twitch, the rest are on YouTube. Hit the old like button there if you're on YouTube, that'd be great. We've got 17 likes so far. Also, sir, it's just the localizer said runway procedure not usable at night, just saying. Well, you're right, and I didn't look into that kind of stuff to that exact detail. That's okay, we'll get it down. We'll I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. Do you know, if I stuff it up... Let's see, just read that there. Storm, if this is a localizer set, it is. Approach 3-2, procedure not usable at night, just saying. I know. Probably not. I've got a while to go before I take it that far. Should I really take... I suppose I could. But then, you know, will I brighten... Look, I'll brighten it up a bit, because we can't see anything. The whole point is seeing stuff. And let's, you know... you're probably right. There we go. Just get the kind of... There we go. You see, if I left it at night time, it's just boring. Do you know? Look at that. That's why. That's what's happening. Oddly enough, I'm going to activate approach mode here now on the autopilot. Oddly enough, though... Oh. Way down there somewhere. Down there somewhere, off in the distance. Runway. Approach mode is active now. We're just below the localizer, 4,500 feet. I've activated approach mode. And it's going to take us down, folks. It's going to take us down. And then we're going to have to do the replays when we get there, by the way. It's something to do with the offset localizer. Yes. Yeah, so from here, you see here? From here, I'm going to have to take it in manually for sure. You know. See how we go. There's the runway there. So I'm going to come across down here and then turn in. Interesting. Because you can't come in straight. Because look at the hills. You can't come in straight, so you got to, you know. This is going to be an interesting approach. Is the recorder still going? I asked myself. Yes, it is. So I'm going for 3 hours now. 3.5 hours. What's the difference between using an autopilot on landing instead? What is the difference between... Oh, jeez, let's get configured here. Flaps 10. Sorry, some random Philip. What's the difference between using both autopilot and landing? Oh, yeah, it's Cat 3 for both autopilot. Flaps 1 down. We're good. Lights are all good. Let's arm the spoiler here. Let's arm the brakes here. Put them on medium, excuse me. Brakes are armed. 8 miles out. Now, flaps 2. Gear down. Oh, flaps 2 are a little bit early there. Speed checks, gripper simpies. Speed checks. Now we can do flaps 2. Flaps 2. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. I don't like that angle. I'm going to come out to the right a little bit more. So I'm going to... we're visual. So, autopilot off. Let's get my view. Yeah, I know. Speed checks, flaps 3. I just want to give myself a little bit of room here. Coming out to the right a little bit. Obviously this is quite a procedural place here. Wind is 12 knots. 2 knots from behind. Yeah, keep going. Take my turn in now in a second. I'm still on the glide slope.
Minimum.
Continue landing. You don't say. Let's turn a little bit gently, Mary, perhaps. This is going to be an interesting replay, folks. I'll change it to daytime for the replay. Can I nail this one, folks? Can I nail it? I know the way it turns on the... It actually turns on the weather radar. Okay, get a bit too high now. Lower the nose a little bit. Flaps full now. Keeping an eye out for that big, you know, the big balloon, which doesn't... Oh, there's a balloon now. Here we go.
500.
500 feet to go. Sorry about the camera there, folks. I must have hit it off something. Straighten her up. Get it on the center line there.
Too low. Terrain.
You don't say.
Too low. Terrain.
Because the train's going away from me now. Get down. I'm ignoring the instruments now. We're visual. Because phone's on throttle here. I know I'm going beyond scale, but it's a visual approach.
Light slope.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Get on the center line. Don't touch those rudders. Get on the center line. I can't see the wind arm.
100.
See where it's coming from. There we go.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5,
There we go. Press on and holding that nose. No, nose wants to come down. Reverse thrust. Reverse off. And we'll taxi to the end. So that was okay. That was interesting. Oh, brakes. Off. There we go. Brakes are off. That was interesting. Flaps up. That was fun. That was a very interesting approach over that hill there. This is a gem of an approach. Now, I know I probably didn't the procedures right, but that's a gem of an approach, isn't it? I liked that a great deal. Do you know? That made it all worthwhile to come back here. We'll be doing this again at some point, folks. Easy now, don't be going too fast. That was a gem of an approach. Let's park it up here. Outside the terminal there. Nice, that's Clappy D. Thank you, Clappy D. See what the replay gives. We'll just look at the 2 landings, Clappy D, this time, okay? Because the reason I wanted to record the let's just halt here for a moment and clean up. Lights off. Into taxi. Auto. TCAS. Standby. Transmitter standby. Disarm the spoilers. Get rid of that train radar there and there. And predicted wind shear off. That's everything for now. And let's get parked up here. We park where we left. It's giving out about something here. RA fault. Nav RA fault. Interesting. What is that? So that was a very interesting approach. I think that's going to be worth the replay. Shady says, is a Gripper Airlines post-flight announcement? Is there an airline's post-flight announcement? No, I should have done one. Welcome to our destination. Do you know? Please drink up. There's more alcohol in the terminal, yada yada yada. Do you know? I'll put it in here, will I? I'll go in here. I don't know what the parking works here. There is no stands. But we didn't get any choppiness, folks. Look at this, the people walking around there, look. We didn't get any choppiness. Now, that's yellow line. Doesn't look very safe to me. We look very close to the terminal buildings there. Let's park it here. Hold it up there, park brake on. And get rid of the masters there. And then we would put on the APU and all that kind of stuff, folks. So I'm going to set it up for landing. Landing lights on. Let's get it all back for landing mode. For the replay. Let's put the flaps back down to where they were. I just have everything set up the way it was. Okay, so let's do the replay. Let's have a look outside. See what's time. Oh, Montenegro, folks. Fascinating approach. Very interesting airfield. A lot of people bought this, and I don't know how. Do you know? Quite fascinating. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's stop recording. Replay. Pause replay. So we're going to do the first landing. We'll do the takeoff, will we? I think they're looking forward to the takeoff. If you don't like the takeoffs, let me know. Let's give me some more room here. Now I'm going to change it to daytime so you can see stuff and things, folks, okay? Because otherwise it'll wreck your head. If you don't like that, if you want to leave it in the golden hour, let me know. It's your choice. So a little bit earlier. There we go. Okay, so the takeoff when we left from Montenegro. Zoom replay. There we go. Really what I'm looking for is to keep far away from a tail strike. And the flaps weren't full, by the way. It does appear to go very close to the ground, but it's okay. That was the takeoff from Montenegro earlier on today. Fascinating airfield. The approach is really cool. I have to say I enjoyed that. I did enjoy the approach. Let's have a look at our landing into Sicily then. Let's pause the replay and all the way to Sicily. About there should do. No, a bit further in, I think. There. Okay, let me pause it there. The lift jumpers just... I think that's because I armed the spoilers. They should be there like that, okay? Hopefully that will fix that. Forgive me. There we go. That's better. Resume replay. So we got no stutters. So that's fixed. Thank you for your patience, folks. And firm, but not too. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, just slightly lifted off. Just tipped off the runway a little bit there. Just a wee bit. A bit too hard, maybe. Oops, a bit too hard. Let's have a look from the wheels, shall we? Let's pause that. Go back a little bit to there and resume replay. Didn't have much wind coming in. I think I thumped it down just a little bit too hard and kept a little bit of nose high there, really, you know. Yeah, then I raised the nose up. No wonder it went up again. Just so slightly. I don't think the passengers would have noticed that too much. There we go. I'm back onto the centre line. And there we are. Redcap says, I usually go airport shopping for airports when they're on sale. Some bargains to be had. There is Redcap, absolutely. Okay, let's have a look at pause that. Go all the way. We were at the gate. We took a break then, didn't we? Then we took off again. Let's okay, we'll do the takeoff. Just for a second. Right. Just about. Here, I'll go back a little bit. So we took off then. Really doesn't record the sounds of the engines. I went off the centre. I remember that. I went off the centre line a bit. It's very hard to. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the landing on the other side. As we play, I like the hills. It reminds me of Gibraltar. You know, let's go ahead. Off we went. All the way back. That was all the way back across Italy again. And to this brilliant, fun approach. This is the one we want to look at now, isn't it? This is the one. Now let me go back a little bit further, shall I? You have to do the turn. Just before the turn I made. There we go, about there. Let's just resume replay there. Let's just go and have a look. Just get some cameras controls there out. Oops. Get rid of them. Get rid of him. LICJ purposes and all. We'll have a look at the passenger view. So this is the bit I liked. You know, I did like this bit, I have to admit to you. That was reminding me a bit of Hong Kong, you know. So this is a great little place to come in and land. So Valstorm, the only thing I did wrong there, you're saying, is that it's daytime, it's visual, so it has to be daytime. Is that right? I would guess so. That would make sense, since it's a visual approach. Yes. So how high was I above those trees? Not a lot. Oh, it went. I'm after saying there, it's all lovely. And I went a bit scratchy there. Oh, I know why it's gone scratchy. I've got another window on that TV. There we go. Now it's fine. I had half a window going on to the other monitor. We're going to have a look at the past. I put the daytime. It's getting very dark here now again. Let's brighten it up a bit so you won't see much here. There we go. I know I was too low and I wanted it that way. Visual approach. Oh. What's the greaser? Again, even though I was too low, I missed the, you know, I don't know about the ILS. That's okay. Is that alright? Let's do it from the side view. We'll do passenger view then, from further out. That's quite smooth, I thought. Let's do a passenger view. From a little bit back. Thank you, Random Philip. Passenger view, so we want the right side. Why does the camera keep adjusting itself? That would be very scary for passengers, no? It'd be a little bit like, jeez. Is it not getting a bit closer to the mountains? Resume replay. You'd be thinking, you know, is he getting a bit close to the mountains? That's the cockpit going ballistic, because it doesn't record the cockpit either. You'd be a little bit concerned about those hills. Like, if you didn't know what the approach was, you'd be going, where is he? Is he, you know? I wish they'd fix all those buttons and things, folks. It's switching them on or off again is what's happening. But I love the details of the wing. You know, that is just superbly done. There's the turn. We're coming down with the slope of the mountain. I was a little bit too low at points. out. That's interesting, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to keep the camera still here, and we're going to watch the flex there on the flaps. It looks a little bit jittery from here, folks. What's going on with those frames per second? Yeah, we'll have a look at those now in a second. I've got 3080 Ti beefed in this machine here, and since update 11, the frames are an issue. Quite an interesting approach with the passengers, I can tell you. Ground effect, and we're down. And they're not going to animate because they don't know. I love the wing flex. That's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning, folks. Frames are okay. They're 28 frames a second, so it's a little bit lower than I would like. But there you go, folks. Montenegro. It was almost 4 hours now streaming. Let's get the face cam back. Buttons has gone to sleep, I think, behind me here. Buttons wants to say goodbye. She's having a nap there behind me. So there you go, folks. Montenegro. It was a long old flight. I didn't expect to do the return. I'm going to eat something now. I'm absolutely starving. So thank you very much, Quaggy UK, for resubscribing. Thank you, G Cook Scotland, for resubscribing Prime again. I appreciate that. We all appreciate it big time, Quaggy and G Cook, and Flying Midgie, who also gifted a sub tier 1 to Johnny S73. So thank you very much, folks. I'll be on again tomorrow afternoon. I think we'll do one leg tomorrow afternoon. I haven't decided where we're going yet. There you go. And before you go, hit the old like button. Yes, thank you, Cluppy D. And everyone have a good night. You're getting close to the weekend now. Tomorrow's Thursday, the last day before the weekend. So keep pushing. Keep pushing. And I will see you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have a great night. And I will see you very, very soon. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.